Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back for a little Friday night Lost Relics action. Non-dairy, as always. Quickest with the trigger fingers. First in the chat, gotta love it, baby. And let me make sure that we are good to go. Looks like audio's coming through all right. You guys can hear the music. Ooh, some of our market orders have gone through. Let's go pick that up while we get a few more people to jump in the chat. I hit level 95 last night. Gotta love it, baby. Gotta love it. I didn't have enough time to finish the remaining bounties I had yesterday, so I just made sure to lock in that level 95 while I was at it. Let's see, offers here. What do we got? So iron boots, iron helm, and iron plate. So everything but the chest. So we're gonna put some more of these up for auction. Let's see, everything but the chest. So let's sell this. There we go. Let's get some of these markets orders in. What do you say? All right. You guys are in a chat right now? Let me jump on in, see real quick if we can get in there. Hold on real quick, let me see. Where is Spizzo? Where? Oh, there we go. Here we go. Let's do it.
Yo,
Yo, what up, boys and girls? How y'all doing?
who's that?
Strikers in the house, crashing the party.
Somebody joined.
Can you guys not hear me?
Oh, he's muted.
Oh, I'm muted. Hold on a second.
You're muted, Striker.
There we go. What's going on?
Hey, what up, buddy? How you doing?
It's going good, man. It's going pretty good. Let me
Friday.
make sure. There we go. Another little bit of Friday grinding. How about you guys?
Yeah, same. Bounty reset.
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, that's what I need to do. I need to go check that out. I just hit level 95 last night.
Oh, nice. Congrats.
Yeah.
Get up there. Yeah. Spiz is here as well, but he's AFK.
He's taking a little break. Oh, there's Spizzo.
Still no acres.
I'm back. Sorry, my wife just got back. She's making food, but she also brought sushi, so.
Ooh, that does sound good. That sounds real good.
So, I was eating a little bit of it.
Literally, as we speak.
Mm-hmm. I mean, come on.
How's your days been, guys?
I'm just a simple man. I can't resist sushi just sitting out there.
Right?
You
Especially
can't.
surprise sushi.
I love sushi, man. Yeah.
It's like when you don't think it's coming, and it's just like, ooh.
It's too good to pass up, man.
She went to the Asian market. She was making some Asian stir fry, and then got a bunch of stuff for making gyoza.
Nice.
And
Very nice.
Yeah.
We have two local grocery stores that have deals. One has on Monday and one on Wednesday for $5 rolls that they make fresh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What are you guys' favorite rolls?
I get it like crispy crab. It's called. It's got like
Tempura.
Face. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of fresh salmon on top, and you got me, man.
Oh, so you like the nigiri, right?
Oh yeah, love it. Absolutely love it.
I prefer the actual wrapped rolls, but nigiri is my second favorite, and then tempura. You gotta do the other ingredients really right, because I don't like it when it's like super fried tasting.
Oh yeah. This just has little like fried, like almost like cornflakes or something on the outside of a.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, we actually used to buy all the time tempura bits, like as a side.
Nice.
And you would like sprinkle them on other things to add like a crunch. Delicious.
Nice, yeah. Good.
Absolutely delicious.
So what are you guys running right now, Striker? What do you got going on?
I'm actually going through the bounty sheet as we speak to figure out what is going to be the easiest to do right now.
What tier's hitting?
Let's see. I mean, I got some pretty easy ones here. I'm trying to find something that's a little more difficult, if possible.
I snuck in here and nobody even knew it.
Oh,
F2P,
busted! Busted!
You sandbagging son of a bitch. What are you doing in here, man?
Hey, well, Chad, thank you guys for jumping on in. I see Ashley Green over here on YouTube hanging out. Glad to be back. So glad that you're able to jump on in. And Mirit Crypto Gaming, let's go. First time chatter over here on Twitch. Gotta love it. Right now we're in a little chat, doing a little grinding with some of the boys from Lost Relics. We're gonna get our bounties on, aren't we?
We looked at probably like 4, but
I had tons of armor bounties last week. 12 for golds and like 6 for
7 vamp leather armors I bought all the pieces for.
Oh man. Yeah, I blew a lot of gold on that too at the very end.
I had a lot of 12 iron. That's a lot of coal.
God damn though. Like I'm kind of glad of that. Maybe he's been listening to like, you know, all of us be like this kind of sucks with the armor.
No, I think I mean, I don't know, but I remember when he first released it, he said that the system was programmed to ask for whatever were the items most in need on the shop.
What does the shop mean?
On the marketplace, on the in-game virtual marketplace.
Interesting. I never heard that. That's it. What?
Yeah, I've always kind of looked at it and been like, okay, so these are the things that people need this week, and then I go play the market.
Have you seen like a correlation actually with that?
I mean, there's not. No, I mean, yeah, I mean, if there's asking for a lot of armor, right? And like you go look at the market, armor's the thing that's like consistently highest volume. You know,
shit out of that.
I mean, it's going less than what the coal is worth, but I mean, in other words, it's in demand. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I don't doubt that.
Most definitely. Yep, Doc, downrange. I think that's about right.
F2P, I have to give you some fucking props for the fact that I started the Wild Ones axe, single Wild Ones axe.
I know, heck, so many armor bounties. You kidding me? That was all last week. Right now, it looks like I got a really good crop, though, to be quite honest. So I'm happy here.
And then, like, 20 seconds went by, and then another person went in. It's just like so funny, being like, "Yeah, Lord Mooncow definitely needs a Wild Ones."
That's funny.
It's like I bought those motherfuckers like 2 months ago, and they're still worth 10. Though, what, Jay? Someone said earlier today, I was in someone else's stream, and they were telling me that they were cracking up at the fact that I talked about Wild Ones for a little bit, and then people were actually actively trading and selling these axes afterwards.
Yeah,
that's
everything
too
we
funny.
talk about
Like that, like that item is garbage, but
it's
all
not
right.
that bad. I mean, it does.
I mean, how
better
much is
than
the
that
criminal's
blockchain
katana at this point?
I keep getting stream sniped on the prices too.
Ooh.
That's too funny.
Everything I list sells for like 10 gold less than my price I put.
Nope.
Jay,
Well,
Jay, I'm not gonna lie. I am the entire price sniping community from your stream.
you've seen those memes where it's like, you've seen those crypto memes
Yeah.
where it's like,
Which one?
buy the dip, and it's like one guy behind another guy, and it's like the dip pointing a gun to the back of his head, followed by another guy pointing the gun to the back of his. So it's like, it's like Spiz screen sniping, followed by Striker screen sniping, followed by so on and so forth. Oh man.
It's we all lose, but we all win too.
Oh man, good stuff.
That's fucking good.
CJ.
I was going through because we've.
We're doing pretty
some
good,
of the
man.
Videos that I've been editing.
Yeah,
like,
we're back at it.
recording,
Looks like Lost Relics is going to be
like,
exciting.
and
Getting exciting
we're-
pretty close.
we
Couple updates,
decided
maybe an
that
Easter
we
event.
put in
Just got to be
a bunch
prepared, my
of
friend. Got to be
videos,
prepared.
and during my time before my new job, part of it was like compiling. Like they bought me a Blu-ray player for my an external Blu-ray player for my computer, so that because I have so many movies that we could record our own and not have to actually pay for any of these. And so I made this meme library of like 1,500 memes.
Nice.
And then they were like, "We're shutting it down. Like, we're not doing this anymore. Like, we're doing this now." And so it's like, "All right. Like, do you want these?" They're like, "No. Like, we don't care." And so I was adding some, and I was, just like watching random ones because they're like categorized where I need someone who's confused or angry or upset.
Nice.
And they're like highly categorized, and I was like, man, I could just add text to like 200 of these, and they would apply to LR, and I'm totally gonna do it one of these days.
There's so many good memes in the Discord channel for real though.
Oh yeah, dude, the Discord meme channel is slept on. But yeah, I was going through them, like grabbing the ones that we needed, and I was like, oh, I forgot about this one. That'd be funny if I wrote this text for LR. Like, oh, I forgot about this one. And I found myself like watching memes that I had recorded from movie clips for like 30 minutes when I'm supposed to be doing work. It's just like, yeah, each one like, oh, that'd be funny like this. That'd be funny like that. So I'm gonna do it.
You need to.
But I'm gonna bombard the channel. It's gonna be like 50 memes at once because I'm just gonna make them all one night. Macro, what is up? How you doing, brother?
That's 50 days of content, bro.
There you go.
Boom,
One a
boom,
day.
boom. One a day. Just.
Bada bing, bada boom. Did you ever watch the? Because I actually made like minute-long sequence memes for cryptocurrency and like the blockchain space. For a
Did
little
you
bit.
post them as shorts?
They actually were not posted in shorts, even though all of them could be. But there's 52 of them on Market Square.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, I remember checking out, but they weren't that short. I think you had made I think they were like the 5-minute videos or 7-minute videos that you had done that were posted on the site. I remember checking those
We
out.
have a bunch of those ones that are like about the like just whole space in general, but there were these ones that I made originally for the company, like in the company
They were
chat.
like 1 minute.
Yeah. And the higher ups eventually got them and were like, these are funny, make them every week. And for about like 2 months, that was my job, was to make memes.
What was Market Square Gaming's main platform or main
Just
crypto?
Market Square. Here, I'll post one on your
Or wasn't there a what was it? There was like a original blockchain that was like the start of it all, wasn't there?
Arc.
It was Arc.
Yeah,
Arc. That's what it was.
still
Yeah.
pays for everything. But yeah, right now I'm working for like Arc had a divorce.
Yeah.
Is how I best describe it. And the money backers didn't like what was going on with the people in charge of spending the money. And one of the people in charge of spending the money had leveraged enough power to control the board. And so they were like, you can have this.
My way or the highway.
Yeah, like, you can have that. We're going to take this entity. You can take that entity. And we're still in the middle of the division of everything. But, yeah, we got taken with the money backers. Like, they were like, we want them. You can have the rest of the team. So, like, myself and the partner that does A&G with me, like my financial backer initially, we were the only two fired from our creative team. But we were, again, immediately rehired the same day by this new entity.
Restructuring. I feel you, bro. I feel you.
Weird,
Yeah,
but,
it's
you know,
one of
what are
those
you gonna
things.
do? Yeah, what? Here, actually, I'll play one of them on the stream. That's kind of funny because we have the rights to it.
Death Trap's coming in on Twitch saying thought this game was dead.
Was when
There's been a slowdown,
Dogecoin
but definitely not dead. As a matter of fact, I think the
and Reddit
crypto
was,
activity
like, backing Dogecoin.
it's lower. It's not peaking as much, but in terms of volume over the past 30 days, it's not been bad, man. It's almost reached the highs of 2020, if you can believe that. Strong, small base of supporters. Yeah, brother. But I don't know about you guys, but it is raining coal over here.
Yeah, it's been rainy and started snowing a little bit in the rain today.
Oh, I just went through the fire there. Oops.
Reddit has Dogecoins back.
It's about that time.
Yeah.
It's about
pretty
that time.
funny.
I don't know, man.
Back bowl.
It's been a crazy past couple days, man. I need sleep. That's what I need. I almost was debating about passing out right now, but I was like, nah, that's way too early. It'll screw up my whole schedule.
Dude, I do that on the regular.
What you been
Be
busy
like
with?
5 days of like a certain schedule, and then be like, I want to stay up till 4.
Yeah, I had to wake up like at 4:30 for like 4:30 a.m. for like 3 days in a row, and like, yeah, I'm not a morning person. Like I'll schedule everything for afternoons. I was like, if I could have my morning off, that would be great.
Yep.
We do have a winner for a Wild Ones axe.
No way.
Oh wow. Let's see. You still have that pendant to enter most of the areas? I'd have to double check. But yeah, there is a pendant needed, but I'm thinking it's after the rare tier. Death Traps. I think it's after the rare tier. So I know Cliff made some changes there a little bit with it, but yeah, brother. I mean, right now, because it's a little easier to earn gold, the people that are deciding to play for free are all, selling their mostly common resources. Like right now, like coal is like, that's why I was saying earlier is raining coal. Is going for like 550, 600. So you just run some common, you run the lower tier levels, get those resources, sell them all, get your pendant. Gotta love it, baby.
It's just like Lightstone.
Can
Don't
we
have
duel
20 million before I decide to actually activate the paywall for it.
Can we duel people with our Spiz points?
Yes, you can.
Duel.
You can also do the heist that no one's won yet.
Heist.
You
Gotta
do not
learn.
have a good percentage to win the heist, but if you do, I'm pretty sure you get like 250 times
What do you do
put in.
for that?
It's
Just type
literally
heist?
just you just do exclamation point heist and a betting amount.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't do. Dueling me, huh?
Oh yeah,
Good
there
work.
you go. I think it's the first duel.
Oh,
The
accept.
first duel ever. Striker,
gotta
do you
do
have any of
accept.
this bullshit in your chat?
No. I haven't set up any of that yet. One step at a time, man. One step at a time.
The adventure mod, like so, in Streamlabs, there's like you can set up a heist, and
What? You took my
it's-
points.
Honestly,
it's like this random variable chance story, and I just rewrote the entire. I was like, all this story sucks. Like, I'm rewriting it, and it's gonna be specific.
Treasure hunt.
yeah.
Heist or treasure hunt.
Yeah, there you go. Someone started a treasure hunt. Yeah. That's the thing that annoyed me was that's actually the way that I can't change it called a treasure hunt. But you
gotcha.
can't start it by exclamation point treasure hunt. You have to start it by heist.
¿Cómo estás, buddy? How y'all doing? It's good to see you, my friend. Glad you're back in the chat. Ghost Car jumping in on YouTube also. Hey, guys, do me a quick favor. I'm trying to make sure that we get that YouTube channel up to monetization. So if you haven't hit the subscribe button, go ahead and do that. I got some interesting plans because I'm expecting that to happen after tax season. Primo! It says Hex jumping in over here on Twitch. But yeah, I'm really needing a little bit of help on the YouTube channel. So if you can help me out there, That would be amazing.
On what
How
the
many or
variable
something, or-
rules are, like, because you could win solo, but yeah, the percentage points are like set at certain metrics, but it's kind of funny. It makes it a fucking. I've realized that it makes it a goddamn nightmare to try to actually like talk to people though. It's like I'm running a giveaway, so like half the goddamn posts are just confirmations that someone has like entered a giveaway, and then I added gambling, betting, slots, like duels, adventures. Like if you said something, you might have to DM me on Discord.
Crazy Fro jumping on in. How's tax season been treating me? It's been crazy, bro. So like I get this like little dead time, the like second and third week of March, which I've kind of been going through right now. That's why I've been able to stream a little bit. You know, the beginning of tax season is just nuts, so I don't really get any opportunity. But now things calm down and they're already starting to pick up, getting ready to go into April. So, but as soon as we get through April, man, I'm hoping. I mean, don't get me wrong, we got I think we're gonna have an Easter event coming up, so we're gonna have to see what happens. Right now, we're just farming some bounties, but yeah, man, I'm hoping. I got some plans. To start doing a little bit more than what I've ever done before in the cryptoverse. So stay tuned. It's going to be a slow burn. But I think definitely something you're going to want to keep an eye on. If you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? All right, run number 1 done. And we just got to do that 2 more times to get the Skeletor bounty out of the way.
Sequence title is The Warriors Fought Hard and Strong Against the Necromancer of Malvado. But the number of skeletons began to overtake the warriors. Not to leave empty-handed while fleeing to safety, some grabbed fistfuls of gold lying about the chambers. The surviving warriors left the island and headed home forever to be haunted by the horrors of the island. It's like, yeah. So
What was that one?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
This is all bullshit that I wrote.
Nice. Just in the mind of Spiz.
Just a stupid story.
Oh man, like, I wish I had writing skills.
My Toymato stole 237 gold while everyone else died.
I feel like we're playing a round of D&D. Oh man, good stuff.
There's like a bunch of different like variables and different variations of the story that you can encounter if you survive or if a number of people survive But yeah, it took like a night to write and it was kind of a waste of time, but I was bored and that's just what I felt like doing at the time.
Flexing the creative muscle.
Yeah, just writing some stupid story. But yeah.
I'm writing about the fish now for the web.
Oh, Derry, you won't be saying that when I get the Roaring Sand Dragon now, won't you? I am at, let's see what it says. I'm in Forgotten Chambers so I can get these bounty bucks. And right now I'm at 434K. 65K away from that Roaring Sand Dragon. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
That one. I was like, what's a fun way to say this? And then I'll be creative.
Portuguese?
Maybe. It's some type of Spanish variation. But yeah.
Spanish variation?
Something I want to say like where Portuguese is.
Portuguese is close. Oh shoot! There we go. Slitten is in the house. Yes, Derry Striker is back. Ghost Car and Crazy Fro over here on YouTube, chilling with us. Spizzo's volume's a little low. Okay, let me change that. We get that. I've been muting him every so often when I'm interacting with you guys over here on chat. I am pumped for the next update. Yes, I am, Crazy Fro. I am pumped. I don't know, man. Look, Cliff Cliff, the last few patches has been under promising and over delivering. Hey, we got a gift sub for Loops from Slitten. Watch out. Gotta love it. Again, guys, thanks for all joining me. I know y'all are enjoying the stream so far. Wish me a little bit of luck. Maybe we get a drop. Who knows?
Well, I'm sorry, Kim, you didn't win. You waited too long for the glorious Wild Ones X. We have rules, and the new winner is Pachiriu.
Gazute.
Pachiru? Yeah, it's a rite of passage to get your name butchered by me. So hopefully you. I guess I'll just tag him. How would you guys say that name? Have I just been getting attacked for like a hot minute and not noticed?
You are totally dead, brother. You are done.
You died?
Dude, do you remember what a nightmare was where it didn't like respawn you in town and you had to come back to your shame? Like when you walked away from your computer and it was like it didn't auto respawn you. You just sat in your dead pile of lost items.
Caitlin?
Yeah, right?
I don't remember that.
One.
Caitlin?
There he is. Or see, I have no idea. Like, yeah.
Blessed
There
by
you
the
are.
RNG gods.
Perfect. John Bravo. Duel all. Every one of you motherfuckers is dead.
Royal Rumble. Everybody's.
I'm imagining a John Wick scene right now.
I am literally making a note to add a duel to the entire chat and call it the Royal Rumble.
The Royal Rumble would be a good one. That would be good. The Royal Rumble. God bless you, chat. God bless you.
God fucking amazing. Oh, all right.
Dude, I love the gargoyle. I think I love the gargoyle. That for sure is my favorite pet. Why on earth does Lost Relics ask for your name and date of birth? Is Cliff farming data now? Nah, bro, it's all the KYC, man. You know how I mean, I don't really know this. This is speculation, but a strong likelihood since he had that interoperability with, I think it's with Circle for the credit card payment processing. In order to get credit card payment processing, you have to jump through the KYC and AML legal statutes. So that's probably it.
Like, why should they get all the chances for the really good stuff?
And
Like,
you're a
people
winner,
mix
and
them
you're
up.
a winner.
I mean, yeah. Just like so many people that aren't actually the people I would want to win.
I felt bad earlier.
30-cent win.
I want that guy to win real bad.
Oh, 30 cent?
30 cent, the 30-cent raffle guy, I want to win like so bad.
Anchor finally got one down. It's been days.
But you were saying, sorry.
No, I was just saying because you're talking about winning items, right? So like this was like 10 years ago. My mom had always wanted a pond in the backyard, like so where she can put like goldfish in the back. Mm-hmm. And so I built her one like I said 10 years ago. And right after it was done, it took forever, bro. But after it was done, we had gone to a carnival and I had played one of those games where you like throw the ping pong ball in the like glasses, you know, and you win a goldfish. Yeah. So I won a goldfish, and that was the first goldfish to ever go in the pond. And she just told me that it just died. And I'm like, oh, but after 10 years, but it had like 15 goldfish like babies. So now the entire pond is just like completely
So
full.
is a
The
mom.
legacy lives on then.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
the
Hey,
legacy.
That's actually pretty fucking cool.
Yeah,
that
it's
long. I
pretty
was about
cool.
to be like, oh, well, goddamn, I was so hopeful. This seemed like so wholesome.
Let's see really quick. Hey guys, I'm
That's
back. Sorry
weird.
about that.
Oh yeah, no. No, go ahead.
My wife is about to leave, so I had to jump out of that. I muted you guys really quick, so I missed the last few minutes.
Oh yeah, fair. I was like, yeah, asking, did you add any other fish in there, or is it just the lineage of that one?
We added a couple more. We had a couple more, but now it's just like it's just crazy. Cause like I mean I don't know. I guess they say that they're only supposed to spawn like up to what like the area can support, and it's not that big of a pond. It's like I literally dug it with my own two hands, like so it's not that big. But
Yeah, do you know F2P,
uh-huh.
who's in the chat, is actually yeah, fish breeder and
Oh,
expert.
nice.
I'm actually
Nice.
updating the website right now for new species I'm selling on there.
Did
Very
you
nice.
finally breed the Spizicus maximus goldfish?
Did I breed it? Is that what
Yeah,
said?
you said you were making.
No, I
we
don't breed
talked about it
goldfish.
that you were gonna breed a new fish that was gonna be called the Spizicus maximus.
All right, I can come up with a hybrid fish for you.
Maybe it's
Call
a
it.
cichlid. Maybe it's a cichlid.
I'll make a
Hey.
Something
sweet
like that. There
cichlid.
you go.
Yo, with the sub
Make a
Perfect.
Spizicus
tier 1
Maximus.
sub on Twitch. Gotta love you, brother.
That'll be your
Welcome to the
first
strike
customer
team.
for it.
Or a
That'll
guppy,
be my
you can
first.
name those.
How you
whatever
doing? My
want.
wife is like right around the
Oh, you
corner,
guys
trying to
are
like
close to each
peek in,
other.
but I'm
I
trying to
know,
tell her
like,
like
I
come
could
look,
just
come
drive
over
to your
here.
house and go get
And
it.
she's
You
nervous.
guys are
Come say
only
hi
an
to the
hour
camera, babe.
apart.
Oh, here she comes. Here she comes. She's actually coming.
Like hour and a half.
Yeah, a little bit over that. but
Hey,
not by
there
much.
it is.
I
There it
can get
is.
in an hour.
But no, she's gonna go to dinner right now.
Need be.
So we're gonna be
But
walking
yeah,
around in a
that's
couple
what
minutes.
I thought the whole company was motioning towards this new
Like,
breed.
Non-dairy says,
Seven.
"Hi, Mrs. Stryker." She's popping in. She's gonna go out while I told her it's bounty night. It's bounty night. You know what I mean? Hold on, really quick. What's happening here? Oh, we got another. Oh, and another tier 1 sub. Oh, he gifted non-dairy. He gifted non-dairy a tier 1 sub. Gotta love it, baby. Non-dairy's going nuts. Yeah, YouTube, if you're listening, I'm talking to the guys right now that are on chat. And non-dairy jumping in with the bits. You guys are the best. You guys are awesome. We're gonna be putting it to good use. Got some ideas. I kind of want to get the YouTube channel up to monetization status, like I was saying earlier, because as soon as tax season is done, I have some really interesting ideas on what could be the future of the channel. And Loop's coming in with a tier 1 sub. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. You guys rock. You guys are gonna get me killed because I'm totally not paying attention. But yeah, man. If you guys want to do a little bit, if you guys want to really help out, take a quick second and go over to the YouTube channel. Just hit subscribe. You can jump back to Twitch. No worries there. But yeah, we're doing it nice and slow, nice and slow. Let's see. They're gonna get a hype train going, babe. Right when I need to walk you out and put the stream on hold.
It's just gonna be for like 2 minutes.
Well, the hype train literally lasts 60 seconds, babe. Oh, this is sick. Another player with an executioner? Very nice. All right, let's go. Hey! Oh, man. Another tier giving 2 gift subs to the channel. You guys are awesome, man. Gorgandine. To be real, I don't really know how to pronounce your name. I'm going to be quite honest. My bad, brother. My bad. He is on fire, Coco. He is on fire. The man knows how to roll. And Loops is in, and Hexler is in, and it was perfect. CJ Warlocks over here. Crazy Fro. We're grinding hard in Forgotten Chambers, ladies and gentlemen. We're grinding hard. Nah, I think this is the last one, right? If I did the math right, I think there's like 47, and I think that would put me at... oh, man, I think it's going to put me at 131. Nuggle with the 250 bits. You guys are making it harder and harder. Baby, they're literally doing a hype strain right now.
Keep going. Keep going.
Wait, you want them to keep going while I walk away from the stream? Okay, guys. Okay, hold on. Wife takes priority. Happy wife, happy life. I'll be right back, okay? If I die, if I die, I die. I'll be right back, guys. Give me a sec. Like, we're hurrying, I promise. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. Okay, and we're still alive somehow, and I have no clue what's happening. We're on a level 2 train right now on Twitch. Guys showing the love, but you know how it is. It's the wife, man. It's the wife. You can't say no to the wife. She literally wanted me to walk her out the door because her friends were coming to pick her up because they're going to go get some dinner really quick. And I was just like, well, I was like, we're in the middle of a train, baby, but all right. Happy wife, happy life. Trust me, guys. Trust me. Oh, man. Good times, though. Good times. Okay, hold on. What is happening here? Why can't I see any of y'all? Boom. Where are we? Okay, that's a lot better. There we go. I think this should be the last run here. Hopefully. All right, let me jump back in the chat with them real quick.
At least us meet up.
Hey.
You just gotta fly.
Yeah, where are we meeting? Bro, I'm so...
Still here.
I'm here. Oh, I'm muted. My bad, I'm here. We got...
Fuck these Midwestern assholes.
No, Hey, as long as it's... Oh my God, we got a hype train going.
Oh, awesome.
Whoa, what just happened? Loops, gifted 5 tier 1s. My bad.
Everybody get over to
level 3 hypes.
LR on Twitch.
Hype it up.
Oh man.
LR. I will post the link.
Here comes the plane ticket. I don't know where we're flying. As long as it's one stop. No stops.
One way.
One way.
Dude.
No.
Yeah.
Loops. Oh my god.
Michigan.
Let's go, baby. You
Oh.
can write it off. You can write it off because you can be like, it was a business meeting with 2 of my clients because my other buddy would come.
This
to
is
the
true.
casino, and he
Nice.
would.
Somebody has to
This
buy
is
a fish,
true.
You have to buy
Like,
this
and
business
we-
access
we will be
so I can
clients
write it
and
off.
so you
Dude.
can write it off. Be like, I had to meet
Yeah.
with them. It
Loops
wasn't
is
us,
just
it was
going nuts.
They fucking wanted to meet. Like, and boom, we're just all jamming out of the casino. Yeah, go show some love to Striker's stream. Posted the link.
Oh, you guys are the best. I need to set up all of that so that I can be able to hit the quick command and get y'all's streams on there so people can go follow. Definitely the next
Right,
thing I'm gonna be
like-
setting up.
There's definitely like the crew. I feel like that's one streamer.
It's the Lost Relics crew.
Yeah, it's like there's like 8 or 9 of us at any given time. Most of the time, there's only 2 or 3 of us on at once, but everyone's like, "Do you want to chat?"
Yeah.
Like, "Fuck yeah!" I'm like, "Let's go."
Dude, Loops is going sick on this chat chat right now.
Thank you, Loops. Appreciate that.
Loops is crazy, but also the man.
Loops is a G. He's
For real, bro. For real.
just like such a supporter of so many streams.
Happy Friday.
Like he actually gifted me a 1-month sub today. I'm pretty sure.
Nice.
Ooh, very nice. Hype level 4 now.
Should I buy the Amulet of Chaos from Bannernon or spend the 234 Shadow
Oh,
Stones
man.
elsewhere?
You guys are next level. You guys are next level. I was to be real, guys. I watched. I wasn't there. I wasn't able to participate for real. But Non-Dairy jumping in with the bits. Nreko with the follow. Herdy, what's that? Herdy, yeah, Herdy with the follow. Guys, hello Dot with the follow. Tomato with the follow or Toy Tomto. Craze Lunic with the follow. Man, you guys are going crazy. Bro Migo's just in there. Bro Migo missed a gifted sub. What? How can that happen? No, but for real, I was watching you guys. I was watching Ivana's video on demand because I wasn't there while she was live streaming, but I got to see the crazy hype train that you guys rolled out over there. And like, honestly, just listening to it after the fact made me feel emotional because she was just like, this is the best community ever. Like, I chose the right game, you know, and it was just like, it was legit. Like, I mean, it doesn't matter if we're a big community or a small community. It's like literally everyone, it feels like you know everyone. And it feels just like everyone's super supportive of everybody else. So major thank you to that one, to all of you guys for doing what you do. Not on my watch, friend Derry jumping in, and there's the gifted, the tier 1 sub. Oh man, guys, I need to, yeah. So like I was telling y'all, I got some plans, but I'm waiting to start moving on them until after tax season's over. So you can expect some of those emojis in the near future. I'll do my best to get some of those out there. Hype love is right. Hype love is right. Oh man, good stuff, guys. Good stuff. But shoot, you guys are gonna almost make me die in Forgotten Chambers. Derry, that would be a fall from grace, right, Derry? Just exactly what he was saying earlier. And for all the YouTube watchers out there, you guys are awesome for sticking around, being there. Exactly, Derry, exactly. And oh, there's a Prime sub. CJ jumping over from YouTube onto Twitch, jumping back and forth like a crazy man. Okay, for real though, I am seriously gonna die. What do we got here? Slitten with a gifted sub going to Anasty. We got that girl, that thigh girl coming in with a prime sub. A prime sub. Shoot, I really am gonna die. What the hell? Hold on. I'm not gonna die that bad. You guys are not killing me in Forgotten Chambers. I mean, you could. I mean, I guess I'll just burn a potion. But Hype Train level 5. I've only ever had Hype Train level 5 once, and that was Halloween 2020 when I had just started streaming, and Cliff came in the chat, started like talking with everyone, started throwing out gifted subs, and then everyone else did gifted subs. So this is the second time in the books for the Twitch stream. All right. First time chatter. There you go. Gotta love it. And I'm in Forgotten Chambers. Everybody's tuning in because they want to watch the high level content, and I'm running Forgotten Chambers. Gotta love it. You know, good times, man. Good times. But I'm telling you, none of my bounties take me to Mount or take me to Zenny anymore. 5% into level 5 train, says Loops on Twitch. I mean, on in-game chat. And if I die here, no, we're not dying. Oh man, gotta love it, guys. Got to love it. Let me actually throw this on real quick. So we got a little bit of background music while we do this. More people entering in the chat. Twitch keeping it real. YouTube keeping it real. You guys are the best. I don't know what's gonna happen, guys, but I'll tell you right now. If we end up getting either co-op or multiplayer and founders tokens get to go in first, I remember from a few interviews ago with Cliff, he had mentioned that founders tokens would get to take in one person into some multiplayer action ahead of time. So you guys are on the list. You are on the list because we're gonna be having some crazy weekends where it's just like we play 2 games and we rotate out. Go, everybody. It'll be a good one. I'm seriously going to be left with 1 Skeletor left. Don't be the end yet. Give me more Skeletors. Okay, good. This is a break in the path. Okay, we're going to get it. Yeah, we're good. There's definitely 4 more in here, right? There we go. Keep them coming, baby. Keep them coming. What do we need? We need 3 more of those, and then we need some rocks so we can go to Mount real quick and just run that up. And then we will get the heck out of here. Actually, I just need 3 more, and I don't want to head back. Give them to me and let me exit. You're not playing with you if you're dying in Forgotten Chambers. Bro. I thought you had that backpack, bro. You were going to carry me. You told me you were going to carry me. I thought that was the goal. Hey, given 8 gifted subs? Oh, no. Here we go. It's going to Hurdy with the gifted subs. Oh, shoot. How many damage does this do? I am going to die in Forgotten Chambers. I literally need 2 more. Okay, just pop the potion. Stop being a hero. So we got to walk all the way back, and we got to hope that there's 2 Skeletors in there. Oh, shoot. I'm reading chat, guys. I'm not looking at the floor. Oh, brother. Okay. We make it around. We don't hit the fire plates. 2 Skeletors. It's going to be a single room, watch. It's going to be 1 room. There's 1. 1 more, please. Don't do it to me, Cliff. Don't do it to me. There it is. Let's go. We got it. Wait. Those aren't Skeletors. Wait, why didn't he die? Those are Grumblers. Wait, where's the last one? Cliff, you son of a... Did he... No! Literally 1 more to go, bro. You're killing me. Hello, Dot, jumping in with another gifted sub. Going out to John Boomer while Cliff trolls us with 1 Skeletor to go. Emote only chat, bro. I don't even have emote. I need to go look at all of those. Let's see. I love to hear the yells discussing everything in arena and co-op. Really means you hear some good points, both on PvP and PvE. but my impression was Cliff before was that it was going to be wave based. That's my guess right now, bro. I can be completely wrong. I could be right. We have no clue, but it is completely possible. My guess, hey, if I had to put money down, I'd be putting it on wave based, co-op, 2-player only combat. Like Graveyard Rumble, but 2 players. You know, average amount of time spent, something like average amount of time spent, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes. And of course it breaks right before. Where else are there skeletors, guys? Let me know in the chat real quick, because I don't want to go to Forgotten Chambers again. Please, 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 please. You need one more thing. It's called being cliffed. I just got cliffed. I'm being. Wait. What's the cliffed? Cliffed. The cliffed is when you die in the game. You lose all your items. You got cliffed. You're killing me, bro. I see what you're saying. The one more is being cliffed. Yeah, I got cliffed. I got hardcore cliffed. Oh, you know what? We can just let me just run through it, I guess, real quick. Check Discord. Oh, I got messages on Discord. Hold on, real quick. Checking Discord real fast. Actually, where is it? Oh, I feel you. Thank you. Oh, it's too small, but I can view it. No, actually, I have this one. Wait, do I have this one? Yeah, we're good. I'm drinking the bathwater. You didn't know you can drink the bathwater, guys? Look at that. It's gone. That's how you get the secret 5% XP gain in each dungeon run. You just have to have that. Drink the water. Drink the water. Okay, there we go. Hold on. Get this back going. No, when you are doing bounties and you only need one more to go. Yeah. I got cliffed. It's official. It is official. And I saw 6 or 7 grumblers, and I was like, there's a Skeletor in there somewhere. Just shoot. Shoot. And no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Oh, we're not going to the graveyard right now. There ain't no graveyard rumble. Jeez. Okay, let me do this. Let me jump back in the chat with him.
Putting into this thing.
All right, I'm back.
Still wouldn't do it like at that point, and I buy items with this mentality. But it's like the same thing. The Zilborn bought it entirely on the idea that it's like I got a fucking killer deal on it, and it's an investment. And it's like if someone offered me 600 engine right now, double the price, I wouldn't sell it to them. And it's like, at what point does it, like, you know, like, I don't know if anyone else struggles with this type of thing, like, where I justify these purchases by being like, it's an NFT. It's an investment. I can get rid of it when I need to, and it's an investment.
Bro, I was literally, that's why I have no sleep. I've been waking up to get in on NFT drops. At freaking like, 4:30 in the morning.
I want to get rid of it, and I don't know what would have to be offered to me to get rid of it.
It's a nice one, though. It's a real nice one.
3,000 engine for LNAs. I don't even know if I would say yes.
What's it going for right now?
847.
Okay.
But it's like the idea, like I said, like I love Lost Relics. And so all of these items that are quote-unquote investments.
What if you could guarantee that you could sell it and immediately get another item? Would you do it?
Actually, that's really true.
I mean, you see what I'm saying?
It amazes me the fact that like the whole idea of there's this like when I will publicly talk about being like someone was selling something for this, and so I contacted them and offered them way under what they were actually selling it for, but I got the item, like because they decided to take it on that day and time, and people will be like perplexed on how did you message them? What do you mean? Like you're buying
Well,
shit
it's
on
just like-
NGINX and you're messaging these people, and it's like, where there's a will, there's a way. Like if there's like we all know we have a hardcore digital print, and it's like it's not that difficult to try to
Yeah.
find them, and a lot of times, like that's how I got my LNAs. Like was just let's offer under, and it got accepted. Like cool. But yeah, like yeah, NGINX isn't dead.
No,
NGINX
it's
is
not that.
dead
It's
if
not that bad.
it's not. OpenSea makes NGINX look like the.
Oh yeah, well that's I mean that's also the number one platform,
Like,
right? Like
yeah. How great is it? Did you see the cheapest founders token being sold on OpenSea? I feel like a month or something ago was about $5,000, and that you can go and get one for about 1,500 on NGINX. And it was like you go look at the stats and the transfers, and it's like it's actively trading every month, and it's like the other one hasn't been sold in 4.
well, I mean yeah, like OpenSea like ran away with the competition back in the day.
Yeah, no. Yeah, but that like works to our advantage at the same time. Like,
True that?
you know.
Yeah, bro. I know so many guys that were playing that flip game just between back and forth between keeping an eye on
Dude.
OpenSea and keeping an eye on NGINX. Like,
I don't want to do that because I'm trying to get these items back into the game, but I'm playing the game by being like, you know, let me buy bulk, let me using OpenSea's like negotiation, because it's 10 times easier to find someone on OpenSea than it is on NGINX,
for sure,
in my opinion.
for sure.
Yeah, it's more popular.
I mean,
but-
it's not like
so,
super easy, but I mean, it's still doable.
Not super easy, but it is doable. It's much like 9 times out of 10, I find people on Twitter,
Yeah.
and I'll use their wallet on NGINX and like search for their wallet on OpenSea, and then for some reason on OpenSea, a lot of people have their Twitter, and you'll be able to like maybe make contact with them.
The hell?
Interesting.
But yeah, it's like that's how I've started to offer, and like I'm in the middle of I'm waiting for my next paycheck, but I'll be getting another 25 draft winders where I'm paying, you know, less than half of what it is in the market, just because I asked.
Yeah. I mean,
Like they
bulk
weren't
deals,
selling it
baby.
for
Bulk
that,
deals.
Like yeah, but it's all, maybe they're also selling it too, because you know they know I'm not keeping them.
I feel like we're getting close to the point where a lot of prices are going to start going up. Everybody's been dumping Lost Relics items for the last basically year and 3 months, and we're getting to the point where everybody who's dumped has nothing left to dump.
Flanky, what
more
myths do
players
I
are gonna
have? I
start
have
dumping
like a
these,
lot of
so-
myths.
I
I'll
think
show
one
you.
direction
Hope not the
for
Stone of
so long.
Infliction. I have 2
I think
Stones
there's
of Infliction, I believe.
explosion coming with either.
Let's see. CJ Warlocks. I could
And
see the trading a myth
whatever
if you knew what you were getting in
level of
return. Yeah,
explosion
definitely.
that is.
That's why I normally like to
It's
trade
fine.
rather than
You
buy
know,
and sell. When I've done most of my transactions have been trading left or right
like,
here or there.
Either way.
Let's see.
just
Flanky
based
coming in
on
with
any
especially multiplayer item. Oh yeah,
basic introduction.
Incubator, Moonlight.
and effective
Moonlit.
community, there's a ripple effect.
Oh, yeah,
We'll
man.
get
Oh, yeah.
Some form of that.
what myths do I have? Let's see.
It may be 2,500 new players, maybe 25,000, 250,000. Like we don't know, but something will affect us.
Something will. I mean, look, the biggest. I mean, I just think that the biggest thing that could happen is all related to whatever this parachain standard with Efinity is. Because if it is truly a standard, I mean, look at it like this way. The reason why OpenSea became what it was because it did the best in making sure to display the 721 standard. That's why Engine kind of, I don't want to say failed, but that's why they
Drop
couldn't.
the ball.
Yeah, they couldn't keep up with the competition because the main place you went supported 721, and Engine did their own thing. And Engine did the 1155 standard. So like that was where that's where the dividing line happened, and that's probably why they chose to move, because they're like, hey, we can't really compete. We're not going to compete here. They already won this race. Let's go to a place where we can win.
Exactly.
But
And
Who knows?
But that's why I think that, like, regardless of what happens, there's going to be a positive influx of some form of ripple from that because it's just a better system. And,
Yeah.
we're on slate with it. And it's
Bro,
really
gotta
fun
love the
that
Ruby,
it's
the
coming.
Plague. I love the Plague
From
Bear,
Lost
man. I don't have it in my loadout. Like it's like near the top. But if we get a really hard,
Yeah,
difficult
Infinity
dungeon,
is
I'm
just-
totally gonna be running Plague. Dividing and
the first
Zilborn were the
one to the
first two
point
myths
of
that I ever
what
got in a single
India
trade.
could not be, but tried to do with its, multiverse items.
They're gonna keep pushing forward with that. I think. I don't think they're gonna let that dream go.
But won't that just become an integration of, like Affinity? Because Affinity, like, the whole purpose of it, at least in my perspective of it, was a parachain of NFTs for games. Was their metaverse.
What
Or
the hell?
their multiverse.
Well, that's weird. Sorry, I'm getting a really weird. You know how when you put your cursor on the enemy and they glow red?
Mm-hmm.
Like a different.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like
Oh, you're in
a
the
wheel,
Crazy one.
a wheelbarrow.
Yeah, dude. That'll-
I wonder what
is
triggered
been
that.
happening.
I had the
Yeah, that
Forge
happens.
once.
I've had the forge and I've had
Huge Forge.
the wheel and the tanning.
Yeah, the
Sometimes
tanning
doors
spot.
turn into
The
beds.
tanning spot has been there too.
I remember seeing it on other people's streams, but I don't think I've ever gotten it.
Canada, I have this feeling that by the time LR switches to oh, Canada is saying I have the feeling that by the time LR switches to Affinity, F2 will just solve the gas fees issue. The upgrade.
Like E2.
Supposedly they did testing for that recently and it passed.
Well, are we talking if we're talking about if we're talking about Efinity, like yeah, that might suck for them. But in terms of the games, like I don't really see a reason why. I'm surprised that companies haven't started being on multiple chains for the same game.
Did I hear miscorrect? Like you said, ETH2 was going to take care of it all, right?
I thought that's what he
Wow.
said, but did I hear that wrong?
Canada's saying.
Okay, yeah.
F2 will solve the gas fees issue with that.
I just laugh at that because it's like I have a lot invested in that working out, but they've been saying that for a long time.
Yeah, I have a bunch.
I know, like
mistakes.
E2 hasn't been around for a long time, but Ethereum as a chain has been publicly saying that they were working on the gas fees for a long time.
Yeah. To put it in perspective, though, Engine has been saying that Efinity was going to come longer than Ethereum was saying E2.0 was going to come. So,
But
by
I
probably
will
by only
say
like
that
6
ETH
months.
has been saying they were going to fix gas fees long before even Engine was around.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they've said, gas fees are a large concern
For sure.
on a pretty regular basis. But I have, like I said, I'm invested in personally, and I have stake in. I want Ethereum 2 to work.
Of course.
I'm just like, I'm used to cryptocurrency. They're like, we're gonna hit this deadline. Don't worry.
It's going to
Deadline
work.
comes, and it's like, well, it's gonna work, but we're gonna get there eventually.
Yeah, it's going to happen. I have no doubt that it's going to happen. I'm
Can
just.
you explain
Mhm.
something to me though? So why is there still a lock
On what?
on Ethereum 2?
Like a lock in terms of like the staking? Like
Yes.
the 32 Ethereum
you-
to stake?
Yes, you can't pull out at any point, or even if you just bought into Ethereum 2, like Coinbase in particular.
Yeah, I think
you
it's
can't-
it's twofold. I think, and it's mostly like just theoretical game theory. The number one is that they know that if in order to pull off ETH 2.0, they're going to have to convince all the people that are on ETH 1 to make the transition. And they do know that when that happens, there will be a group of people or a group of participants that will choose not to go for whatever reason. The same reason why like Ethereum Classic is kind of sort of still a thing. Kind of, sort of, not really.
To a group.
You know, to a group.
To a group. If
you
you
know.
have it, more power to you. Not
So-
for me.
So it was kind of a way for the community to like make it clear from the beginning, years before it happens, that this is going to happen. Like that, the support is there. Also, in order to make the transition happen, they need
Liquidity cooling?
yes, they need to be able to generate.
Critical mass.
Well, they need to have a reason on how to issue out the E2.0. They need to figure out like this is their version of a fair launch, or as fair of a launch as they could.
As fair as you can. Like, so
Right.
everyone's always going to complain about some angle, but
Exactly.
that's his life.
Yeah, but I'm right there with
I
you.
do-
I did the same thing.
I don't think
But I didn't
that
lock
was,
mine up.
like a scammer in any way. If anyone takes that as me like saying that, I just don't understand the still lock. But you know, if the critical mass isn't actually there, I'm still trusted. Like I want Ethereum 2 to do. I
Yeah.
want Ethereum 2 to do exactly what it says because everyone will fucking win. Because the only thing that, in my opinion, is holding blockchain gaming as a whole back, and the whole player-based economies and NFTs based around that, is coming from gas fees.
Yeah.
Because no one wants to deal with them. And the only way that like games have gained any notoriety is because that they've found a way to circumvent this. It'll be like, you have to pay one gas fee, or maybe you don't, and we just keep you on net, and then if you want to leave net, that's when you pay gas fees. They've figured out gimmicks to work around this thing. And so, obviously, like, I want this whole space to blow the fuck up, and that's what would happen if it would work.
Well,
So like, I mean,
You're
maybe,
right.
Like maybe not.
you're
Yeah,
definitely
but-
right, but the only thing I would throw in there too is that it's the same thing that's happening with Lost Relics actually. Like the reason why Cliff doesn't have it free to play is because it could cause significant damage to the in-game. Yeah. That's why I mean we would all love Lost Relics to be free to play so that there would be significantly more players in here, right? Like there's no barriers to entry. But also there's consequences to that, right? And it's the same thing with Ethereum. Like the consequences are like I mean Ethereum is the largest chain that has
Most active evolutionary chain.
right, that has all of this amount of DeFi and collateral staked inside of it. Okay?
Yeah.
There's so much money and so much crypto at risk inside Ethereum that the point for the fees is to like guarantee the security of that stuff. You know, it sucks, but it's kind of like, you know, it sucks, but it's there to protect the system. So my
I'm
only
down to
concern
pay
is
for
the
that.
transition. You know, like I think it's going to happen sooner or later, and I expect that it will be successful. But I do know that things are going to get broken along the way. The same time, something's always broken when there's a patch with Lost Relics. Like it's just the way it works. You know?
I mean, right? Are humans
she
in
goes.
charge? Like, yeah, like, of course. But yeah, people are also unrealistic about those broken mechanics too. Or it'll be like, what the hell? I'll be like, can you calm down? Like, did it just happen? Were you really good at anything you just started? Like, just give it some time. But yeah, no, I completely agree with that. That's a extremely valid point. And
But also, give me my E2 now.
Yeah. It's my F.
I
I
mean,
want it.
Well, where
I'm
I
right
want
there
it
with you on
now.
that one too. Like, it's my money and I want it now.
Those Olympics are so good. Oh, JG Wentworth.
There's so many, like, there's so many commercials that like just are so good they stick in your head forever.
It's my money and I want it now.
Oh man.
Oh man, did you guys have? Actually, wait. I'm pretty sure you had. We talked about this. Sam Bernstein, lawyer, the 1-800 lawyer. Do you know? Do you know who that is?
I can't remember.
Not off the top of my head, no.
Oh, all right.
I mean, the name
He
sounds
was the guy,
familiar.
like, it was like he became like a
1-800
national
call
thing.
Sam.
Yes, you
Oh.
know what I'm talking about. Yeah. He'll take any
1-800
case,
call
all
Sam.
cases, and every case.
No.
But yeah, no, that was like kind of the same thing with the yeah, it's my money and I want him now. He was like that popular over here. Instead of JJ Wentworth, we had JJ and Sam. JG
Nice. JG.
Wentworth. Sorry. JG.
He paid a lot of money for those commercials. You got to get it right, bro.
He did. I mean, it's ingrained in all of us. So, you know, something's worth it. I've used those memes a couple times, actually.
Oh, meme culture.
It's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
How about, like, kind of fucked up is it that, though, that meme culture kind of has a reflection on on NFT,
Bro,
like, ownership?
I know.
Yeah, like
and
the
Bro,
girl
you were
that
so
had
right. I just left the dungeon, and there's a mythical
Like,
right
we
there.
don't have time for that.
Bro, Migo is so right.
Little meme where the little kid is like smiling while the house is burning on fire behind her. Like,
Yep.
she got turned that into an NFT and was selling it
And
for millions.
Bada boom. Bada boom.
Bada
yeah,
boom.
It's like it's kind of fucked up, but it's
Damn.
just like okay.
Damn,
What
Here
does
we
it all
are,
mean?
Here are the
it's
cards.
viral. Yep.
Here are the cards we got. Okay, let's go, boys. Let's see what we can come up with. Yeah. It's a world I don't understand. I understand utility NFTs, art NFTs. I get the whole system. I understand how it works, why people think it are important. It's just not something that I would rather spend any money towards an NFT that I could use in a game than buying. But I mean, if someone was like, "I'll sell you a crypto ape for $5," like, okay, or a crypto
Okay.
punk, like one of
Right.
the two there, like, yeah, of course.
Well, that's like that one I
don't
won
know
from.
how you find a good one, and like
I
don't
won that
understand
NFT,
metric.
and I didn't really want to keep on it or keep it, so I put it up for 500, and it fucking sold. So, shit, take it.
You sold it to Jackie Chan, man.
Jackie
No, Jackie
fucking
did.
Chan?
No,
Yeah.
listen.
No, he
It's like-
didn't.
He made an offer.
No,
on it, didn't
he had offers on global offers, and so
So you and Jackie are like
Besties
yeah,
now.
we're tight. We're
you guys
tight.
are
Tight.
like friends now, right?
Yeah,
He didn't
small
buy it,
world.
though, no.
There's a contract out for the next rush hour.
What?
Just kidding.
You fucking got it, dude. Like you have an in already. You were like, yo,
Let's
homeboy,
go.
NFT, and you know, we'll save the free city in the new the new gym. Come on,
So
man.
awesome.
That sounds awesome, dude. That's impressive.
Impressive.
I love how too that actually it's like if you sold an NFT to someone famous, for some reason all the rest of your shit would be really valuable. Like, because of the meme culture that's going on. I'd be like, I sold my shit to Jackie Chan, okay? I'd be like, well, that sounds legit. Okay, I'm gonna buy that NFT like more than your random NFT. You didn't
That's
sell it
funny.
to Jackie Chan. But we're gonna go with one last one. I'm picking it. It's a good one. Go for a baked bird beak on our last giveaway today.
Ooh, that is a good one.
Very
Damn,
nice.
nice.
So good luck. I use that actively, but I will be right back with a refill.
Good luck, everybody.
Well, Bounty 1 is about to be in the books.
2 skull kites.
Nice. That was quick.
Yeah.
I can't do any of my golds; they're too expensive.
Nah, I'm doing the single.
Alright,
I'm doing the bronze.
nice.
Yeah, that makes more sense to get the bronze out of the way if they're quicker for you. Get
Yeah.
all those bonus bounty bucks.
Yeah, when does the bonus... There's like 3 times that the bonus dips, right? Or 2 times the bonus dips.
Yeah, I don't know the times though. I think non-dairy does.
Yeah, non-dairy knows everything.
So they all dip on that, or is it? I thought it was when it was you activate it.
I think they all
No,
dip.
they
I think
all
it's
All
like...
dip? Oh, okay.
I think it's like Sunday night and Wednesday night they dip. Or something like that.
Okay.
Sounds
So
about
yeah,
right.
it does make sense to do the bronze ones first. Then.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do after I finish. 'Cause I'm like a few weeks away from turning them all in. And then I guess I'm gonna start bounties again? Or I'll focus my time on something else. I don't know.
So you're going for the sand dragon, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna go get that bad boy.
Nice.
I was telling, or Slayton was telling me that he had already gotten got it twice.
Twice.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like-
crazy.
I heard.
Got another
Jeez.
500 ready for it.
No, he's going for round 3.
Yeah, I just don't know. I'm pretty close there too, Striker. I got like 412,000 bounty bucks.
Nice. I'll meet you there. We'll get it together.
Yeah, I don't know. It
Oh,
seems
you're
like I
thinking
put
about
more
holding.
money. I put more money into bounty items than it's worth. It feels like almost.
It's possible.
I don't know.
It depends on. I mean, this is the way I've always looked at the bounty system. I've always looked at it as the structure that Cliff wants to use to progress the game. And
Sure.
if that is true, then he's thinking in his mind that these items we're turning in should be worth it.
Right.
Now that might not be what the market says, but that's what he's implying by making the system in the first place. So my question is, who's right, Cliff or the market?
So if Cliff is thinking that, what you're basically saying is he's not going to come out with a better value bounty item. Like the Sand Dragon's probably one of the best bounty items he'll come out with, is what you're thinking.
Oh, I see what you're
Because
going.
he- because he
Kinda
should-
build it
It's a
right.
hard
He
one,
should
man.
reward the people who got to that item first. But what if he comes out with a mythical bow for 800,000 bounty points?
Not
Like
sure why
I'll be
Mythic
upset if
Kingdom's
I
going for under 13K.
True.
spent all my bounty
True.
bucks on
That
the
same
Sand
mine went
Dragon.
up.
Yeah,
Same
but also
gold
like,
dropped in price. It's up to 30,000.
but also look at it like this: like, Slitton might have decided to hold his 1.5 million bounty bucks, and a Nova could be posted up there, you know.
Sure.
So it's kind of like, but that could happen whenever, or it may never happen at all. So it's like,
Right.
you know,
What do you do?
what do you do?
Nobody knows.
What do you do? True.
For me, the Sand Dragon's not that enticing. It was before, but then they nerfed it. Like when Howling Mad had it, it had like
Oh yeah,
3
it was
effects,
disgusting,
remember?
disgusting.
But then, yeah, now it's like, it's an okay mythical. It has an effect, but it's not that great. If it was back to the Howling Mad standard, I would jump on it.
It's a weekend. That is pretty lame.
It's tough.
I need
is,
binding
it
for that
is.
effect. Dang it.
Have you actually kept track of what you've spent?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, that's
But
kind of
I
the hard
spent
part.
a lot on bounty items. I know that. Probably like 6 to 10 inch every single week. And that adds up.
You know, if he were to make a change to the bounty system, like put a different item up there, I would probably say like he shouldn't just put 1, he should put like 2 or 3. So that way, like, yeah, some people are gonna get upset, but at least there'll be a little bit of choice in there, you know, to
Captain
maybe make
Coder,
it better.
appreciate that.
Right. I wish I knew what
You're
he was thinking on the bounty
You were
system,
one of
because
the
he said
bigger winners the other day.
he's gonna expand, you know, all the different reward systems. So that's exciting.
Oh, Slitton's actually saying he has 1. He got 1, and now he has 500K, but he hasn't spent it yet. So
Wow.
pretty much the same boat like you're talking about right now.
Yeah.
And Loops is saying he can get a cool 1,000,000 gold for the Band of Brutality. It's going for 1 mil?
Yeah. It's crazy.
So what's the big blockchain item that makes that worth that? There must be a legendary blockchain, Nebulon or something. Is that Band of Brutality?
Well,
The band
to
is
make it?
the virtual.
No,
Yeah,
to
but
make it.
to make it,
Doesn't-
you have to put in a
Oh,
blockchain.
you have to put in
item.
a blockchain. That's what you meant.
Like Sand Dragon, you don't have to put in any blockchain items. Other than your bounty bucks, lots of bounty bucks.
Yeah, I can't remember what it takes to make that.
There's
Also,
something fairly expensive there for the
why
band.
most of the bounty buck redeems virtuals? Yeah, they're all virtuals, except for the Saint Dragon.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
It's not that hard to grind. compared
Wait
to-
a minute.
Hold up.
You guys are talking about the F2P, I think, is 100%. There's no way to shape it if you recorded everything. You are spending exponentially more.
And you're spending your time in certain levels that
Yes,
you normally wouldn't be
but-
spending.
But what no one's talking about is the fact that you've enjoyed playing the game while earning those, and you would have your own little chip on the shoulder that you would be like, I earned mine.
Nah, fuck that. No, I'm just kidding.
It
no,
doesn't matter
no.
if I
There is,
buy it or
like,
if I
let's
earned
be
it.
real.
The
there
thing-
is value in that in itself.
There is. But I would say that there's more value in the difficulty scaling of being able to get a mythical in the first place.
Sure, like
You know,
but
like,
it's like
if-
that's what you're paying for is the experience. You are losing shadow stones at the end of the day. If you just want to, all the shadow stones you spend to earn the bounty bucks.
I don't think
actually
that's
get it.
Cliff's. That shouldn't be Cliff's goal, and I don't think it is Cliff's goal.
It
is for
isn't.
us to
It's not
lose
the
money.
blockchain,
It's,
It isn't.
it's a
It's
goal.
It's a sink.
It's not. I don't think it has anything to do with Cliff. I think it's just the players. It's our market.
Yeah,
like-
it's because we control what those shadow stones cost. So if we didn't care, or whatever was the factor or the motivation,
right.
it'd be like we could all be paying 3 shadow stones to complete things
But
that required.
I agree. But
Yeah.
in the developer's mind, it's supposed to be. If people can stay in the game and play this long, what you get is supposed to be more valuable than what you put in. So it's like a goal at the end of the tunnel. That
You're gonna hate it so much, dude. You're gonna be like, you have, because you've gotten all of our friendship and all of this time in this community and
No,
all
I'm
of
out.
this
Sandra
gameplay.
ruined it.
So that Band of Brutality, it takes a mytholist to make.
Okay.
A legendary, right?
Mythofist, yeah, 1950
Yeah.
shadow stones.
I got one
That's what
for
Bruce said.
what,
Oh man, that's
what?
crazy.
600 and something when I made mine.
600. Well, it's up to 1950.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
What does
Damn.
the sphere ring take?
Okay.
Hydrosphere takes a white silver ring, which is 315 stones, and a sea stone, which is
A sea stone.
368.
The sea stone. Do you like
I have a sea stone.
Striker? Do you literally
Three
have like
available?
every single one of these items
Should do
every
mining
time?
maps. Everybody do mining maps.
Probably not every single item.
3 sea stone.
Let's be real. Although I mean, I'm to be real, like I have made purchases specifically for that reason. Like I don't have one of these. You know, who knows what
Thought we were
happens in
gonna
the
have it for,
future?
like 300k, and then it's shit. Now it's 50k only.
I still one of my favorite moments was you're like, Striker, what is your cap for shadow stones to pay to complete a bounty?
I got everything.
Like,
so.
I don't understand the question.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It was like I
Everything,
fucking
so-
forgot. Like that's on me.
Dude, I played in the days where like you went in with inventory and you came out with nothing but blockchain.
Yeah, the like
You know.
you had to choose.
But also, those were the days where like you couldn't sell none of that. Like it
No,
was
yeah,
stuck.
right.
The gas was just not worth it. You know, it was like the only
be
thing
able
you
to
could
pay.
buy, And that's part of the reason why I have what I have today is because I was only able to buy like mythicals and above because nothing else made sense with gas.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, why wouldn't you?
You know, I was like, if
Yeah.
I'm
I got. Okay.
If you're taking $90 off the top, it better be a high value item that you're receiving.
Yeah, literally though.
mm-hmm, exactly.
Like, yeah, I got a longbow.
And I was just always like
$4, but it
hunting
cost me
for
98.
yeah, I was always hunting for people that would list like 3 or 4 of the same item. So I was like, well, at least I only got to pay gas once, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, no,
I
I'm
do,
about that
CJ.
life though. Though you like put me on though. So it was like when I had first started. Like Striker was like, yeah, I'll do. Yeah, there's a company. Like, okay, like I'll do an interview with this random motherfucker.
Okay. Well, I bought it.
I actually don't remember how we met. How did we meet?
Well, you were talking. You had a founder's token. You were the first person with a founder's token that I had ever seen, and
I jumped in your stream, right?
No,
Or-
I
no.
wasn't streaming at all at that point, or like for Lost Relics at least. I was just playing, and I was just like, I like work for a company, like, yeah. It's like
Okay.
everybody knew
Yeah.
you, and I was just like, can I get your Discord? Send you a message, and yeah, just like, hey.
I
can we
gave
do
you
an
I
interview
gave you a
with
recommendation, Striker.
Those were good streams, man. Those were good streams.
know, they really
What?
were.
When was that though? Like what month?
Months ago.
It was like July, last year, August last year.
Yeah, no, it was definitely last year. I can tell you exactly. I mean, they're on the channel.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was a long time ago, and then it was just like I realized I really liked the game, and I remember just messaging you constantly, being like, "Is this a fair deal? Like, what item should I get? Like, is this okay?" And you
Oh,
just
yeah.
kept being like, "Yep,
I was like,
yeah,
yep, get
fine,
that,
that's a
get
good
that,
one.
yep, yep.
Don't do that. Like,
it's
pay
like
this
we-
for that. Like,
It's
Yeah.
like we went to the mall and it was just like you had the shopping
Yeah.
cart and I was like, okay, you want one of those and one of those
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and one of
Show me
these.
how to do this. Show me how to do this. Yeah.
We got
Just
somebody.
like just laid the foundation.
Who we got? Who that?
Like hell yeah though.
Who joined? Dr. Loot.
Dr.
Dr. Luke.
Can't hear you, but we know you're there.
He's there.
Hello.
Already joined the chat.
Yeah, he
Fucking
joined.
yes.
He joined the Discord.
Sweet.
Ooh, my copper ton anchor finally.
I got one. Yeah, I got one finally tonight.
No, I had a buy order in for a bunch, so
Oh.
Ooh, somebody just got filled.
I got like 100 copper ton anchors apparently.
You bastard.
Yeah, I gotta get more
How much
anchors
were
than
you
you.
paying for
Is that the
those,
trick? Dump a lot of gold into the market before an update?
man? Dude, always,
I
man.
know.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's like, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that the fun though of being a long-time player? Where it's like, I have the items, all I need. Like right now, it's like, how can I bank? Like, let's.
What's
bank.
the move? What's the
It's
move?
Like, we don't know what it actually is, but it's just like, let's fucking bet on
I
it.
always
Like,
make the
I'm gonna
worst
bank
moves.
on this. It's like I put a
spend money
bankroll on
on
just-
updates.
yeah, what secondary skills. I was like, I'm gonna spend a shitload of money before this update on, or like of gold, of trying to like boost all of my secondary skills, my production skills, because not a lot of people have those ones. So hopefully, I
I-
can charge a boatload for whatever happens, and
I-
then make all that back.
For real. I got burned on a lot of potions though. I was just like, okay, I'm dumping all my gold into potions right before the graveyard rumble. I was just like, I'm gonna need this shit because people are gonna run out, you know. And I'm just, you know,
yeah.
let's go. And I just like dumped all the gold, and I was like, oh, we have loadouts. You can't take potions in. Great.
Potions were a great deal. They rose in price like crazy during Chaos Unleashed.
Oh yeah, they did.
Everybody was buying potions then, but
Yeah.
that only lasted a couple weeks.
How bad on a scale of 1 to 10? How hard was Chaos Unleashed?
7. I loved it.
I loved it too.
That was good.
Which one was that?
It was the
But
one
everybody
before
complained.
Halloween, the hard one. It was the one
Oh,
where
yeah. Where I got murdered for the first time.
No,
Bosses were
no, I
brutal.
don't think you've seen Chaos Unleashed, Spiz.
No.
Or no, that was the other one beforehand. I was thinking of when
I
they
think you came in
revamped.
right After Chaos Unleashed.
Mount
I
was
came in
fucking
right
nuts.
after the Easter event.
Says Hex, and I mean it's true. It was freaking crazy.
Like,
Every
I-
mob was like Ogum or stronger. Like they had a lot of hit points.
Oh yeah, no,
Oh,
that
yeah.
was not my time.
You had to
That
really
sounds-
be careful you didn't get trapped by a bunch of them.
That sounds awesome with my current state and terrifying for where I would have been at that point in time.
Right. Yeah. There was a lot of complaints, so Cliff rolled it back pretty quick. But I loved it. I thought it was great just listening to everybody die in chat, and then the market like totally swung one direction. Everybody was trying to, buy up what they had previously lost, their virtuals and stuff. And I'm like, this is great. This is making virtuals really valuable again. And then, it made you be careful and go into a dungeon and actually have that sense of fear.
Exactly.
That's true.
exactly. Yeah, that sense of fear is big. I think. I mean, if he keeps the difficulty the same like this, that's fine. But I would also like some mode or at least one dungeon that's like oh,
You gotta be, on
not
your
for the
toes.
meek. Exactly.
I love the like.
Bad
if you
things
want to
could
keep it,
happen in
that's
this dungeon.
fine. But like, yeah, I'm right there with you. Like, yeah.
He used to
Like,
have
let's
this dungeon that was called Shattering Chambers that I never was able to beat. I only gave it like this is when you had to pay money per dungeon run. I only gave it like 4 or 5 runs on it, but I just got wiped on every single one. And I'm like dying for him to bring it back because yeah, I want my revenge. Like I'm like I want to beat that one so bad you don't even know.
But other players did beat it, or
There was one I remember back in the day. Gecko did he? I believe it was Gecko, because Cliff also used to have a leaderboard right next to the entrance of the dungeon because there wasn't one entrance. There was dungeons everywhere. You would walk to them,
okay.
and there would be a leaderboard right there every time you cleared it. I think it was like a leaderboard for the month. So it was like who could clear it the most in 1 month. And I remember it was like Gecko had cleared it like 20 times. Someone else had cleared it like 7, and then everyone else was like 1.
Okay.
Like if you cleared it once, you were on the
Real
leaderboard.
hard.
So is that like a quarter or 50 cents per dungeon, or what was the?
It was
equivalent
roughly a quarter. It was roughly a quarter, maybe a little bit more, maybe 33 cents
there?
ish.
Yeah, 'cause wasn't the original metric based on the quarter? Like, because it was the arcade.
I mean, I don't know if he did it on purpose, but when I did the math, when I got the adventure tokens, it came out to roughly that. But
I guess I've actually always assumed it was on purpose.
no,
That's where the 30
But-
cent NFT came from.
maybe, maybe.
What's
That's
going
like
on,
a whole
guys?
dungeon run right there.
There he is. It's Dr. Loot, everybody.
Dr. Loot.
What's happening? What's happening?
Man. How's it going, brother?
Doing good. I'm worn out today though. Just a lot of stuff going on with the secret collab.
Ooh,
That
secret
was fun, that was fun.
secrets.
There you go. People were not a big fan of me and during that whole time here.
It was pretty tough
Still?
to try to organize that actually without the man knowing about it.
Yeah, I was wondering
Oh,
how
the
you
boss.
see the chat.
I
And
bet.
and if he's lurking right now, it's going to be tough to say the right
Good.
words to not give it away.
I don't know.
Mm,
Everybody goes
But
offline.
I don't think
yeah, no.
maybe one of
Cliff-
theirs, but not mine.
Cliff's like Spizzo
Well-
stream. Like, I don't need to worry about that bitch. He's gonna annoy me with some more information that I have to fucking deal with in like a week.
But it's a pretty cool fan appreciation thing we're doing. It's in the Discord announcement if anybody's interested. Check it out. I think everybody here is pretty much joined.
So I actually think I need to rejoin because I think I left the first thing that was going
Oh,
on.
okay.
Striker.
Well, I thought that's what we were supposed to do, and I was at work, so I was just like, okay, we leave and we're going somewhere else, and then I'm like, I don't know where we're going.
I left
Yeah,
the
we-
wrong thing.
We did leave a group DM because you can only have 10 people in that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that might have been what happened.
Yeah, we'll
I
get
was
that
gonna,
resolved.
Yeah, say too. Yeah, just whatever's needed and isn't donated, send me a number.
For sure.
We have, our sponsorship funding that I can just maliciously allocate towards Lost Relic shit.
Business
Nice.
expenses again.
Yeah,
Business
no.
expenses.
Hey,
Putting you to work.
I mean, it's mine. I will do with it how I please.
GDC's going on right now, and they have like a VOD subscription pass, and I was like, how can I work this to be a business expense? What do I got to do?
Yeah.
Somebody's done this before. Tell me.
No, it's got to be a training
Yeah.
expense or something. It's got to fall in there.
Yeah, continuing
there's so
education, bro.
many- There you
Absolutely.
go. Boom.
For real, I like legit, like I'm trying to just recruit video game clients now, or not only that, but like I'm trying to do that.
There you go.
So
We got we still have to fucking my
I
wife
know,
and
bro.
me and
There's
Steve
very
and
little
Steve
time. Well,
and
I got you
yeah,
regardless, but yeah, but we got to make that
we're,
happen.
Like this week.
That's why I just sent you my number, because I was like, shit's too crazy. Just call me.
Yeah.
We'll make it work. You know.
Yeah, we're just like whenever this. Yeah, I'll have this work out, and he's out of town this weekend, but very beginning of next week, he's ready anytime.
Okay,
He's
cool,
got
cool.
like the red phone.
Nice.
So, yeah, but because we also wanted to do A&G shit under that entity as well, because we're the people.
Sweet.
Other financial backer.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
So I had one more question to ask you, Striker, on that. What
Mhm.
what did you call it? Shattered Chambers?
Shattering Chambers, I think, is what it was called.
Okay.
Shattering.
How many Transcendence and Mythicals would you say dropped when that was in play?
Well, I
like-
never made it past the first lock-in room. No, that's not true. No, I think I made it to like the second or third lock-in room, but I never saw a trans or mythical drop.
Okay, so that wasn't like where most of them dropped or anything like that back in the day.
Yeah, like where did you get all your?
It could have been. So I've hit like 4 myths, and I would say 3 out of the 4 were hit in Mount Olkept. Where was the other one?
Which has gone through various states, so
Yeah.
Probably Wasteland.
No, I don't think it was in Wasteland.
Wasteland's pretty new for the game.
Yep.
I'm trying.
I feel like I-
Yeah, Caverns is the one that I was thinking of. Cause like, yeah, when I hit them all, like I was grinding hard for getting the mining levels up.
By the way, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
You have 1 minute to potentially get a baked bird beak. One of the items I use.
Ooh, nice.
I need to use it, man. I'm just lazy.
We need a 6 relic slot. When?
I don't know if I get in it.
Ooh, 6 relic.
Well, when?
Dr. Lude's
You-
saying when.
Dr. Lou, did you get your bow yet?
I did. It is awesome. I don't know what I was doing with a short bow all this time.
Right.
Right? Yeah.
Welcome to the party.
Yeah, welcome to Lost Relics.
Yeah, like what a game changer, right?
Yeah, longbow's definitely meta right now.
Oh yeah.
But
it's
yeah,
been
what-
nice.
how was it? Have you been able to move up multiple tiers of dungeons, or what are you doing?
It's I would say well, right now I'm doing Zen and I'm using just a virtual bow, legendary bow, the Giltwood.
Isn't your epic bow better than that?
Is it really
It should be way better than that.
I think so. Yeah.
a legendary bow? I have to look at that.
I think they
think
are.
they're
Yeah, the
close.
virtuals are worse.
Right? Like
than
the rituals are like a
Black
quarter
Paint.
of the the Guildwood bow does what's its DPS?
It's, I think it's
316 DPS, and then you have the
if that's
the
true,
wings
then
of
I'm gonna switch
surety
that
is
out.
Wood is
369
253.
DPS.
So it's
What
about
bow
50.
did you get him? What bow do you
Wings
have
of
that-
Surety.
Wings.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's significantly
Oh
higher.
yeah, the wings is 443, 1283, and
Yeah,
the
it
Giltwood is only 253,
jumped that
722.
legendary.
It's funny, I
Oh,
haven't.
man.
This is my
That-
first time in probably months because I've been working on
Yeah.
all my harvesting skills. So I
Oh,
didn't even
nice.
think to look. That's how
Oh
long
yeah,
it's
Yeah.
right.
Well,
Yeah, the
Like,
wings is actually a lot
Good.
better. A lot bit
yeah, no, a
better.
lot better. Yeah.
I'm
Good to
I'm
know.
throwing this in the trash then after this run.
Dude, do it. That's where it belongs. 'Cause like it's a piece of crap. I will say
Giltwood
though,
even-
for anyone who got
Gets it
thrown
done,
off,
though.
and you can
Guilt
get
is
it
short,
done, and
too.
I have tried it on stream
Oh.
where I used the shittiest bows that you could.
The Giltwood's even a short bow too.
Yeah,
Yeah, so-
it's a double kick.
So
to the
that's
crotch.
it's yeah.
It's like low.
Virtuals-
You want low? Would you like
virtuals are
low
worse.
damage? Would
I
you
got-
like short range?
I
And
do
would
gotta
you like
say-
high energy usage. Coming
Yeah, the
the
short bow does help a little bit in Zen. There's just so many dudes, and it really does help to get those shots off. But
I got clipped.
Sure, the lock-in rooms, it can save
Come
you some.
back to the longbow
health.
life, man.
For real.
yeah, I'm gonna get back to that surety now.
It's like,
Now that I
yeah.
know
Totally
that.
got clipped here. 77 of 78 rocks.
Oh, but I'm right there with you, man. You would think that I would have memorized like all the stat increases or like the buffs to all of the weapons. Like I no freaking clue.
Let's go. One more run and
It's just so many of them have changed, and then
yeah, it's
it's
just like
True.
the guy in the back, like, yeah, man. Like, I'm just
I am-
absorbing. I'm taking it in right now. Like,
I-
I'll dish that out. Yeah, but you were
I
the
am
guy
using-
before. We all got here because of you.
good
I am
times.
using the
man.
unholy harvester though, so that's pretty cool.
Yes.
Oh
That's my
yeah.
favorite.
How do you like the return?
Yeah, I like it a lot. It doesn't hit. Obviously, that it's only 10% chance for that energy,
Mm-hmm.
so it's not something to rely on. It's just like an extra little bonus.
Fair.
Yeah, but if you
That
hit
is
a
nice.
mob, if you hit a whole mob of Vambats, that's like 40% right there. So
True.
Ooh, good
Good
point.
chance.
Didn't look at it like that.
yeah, if
Yeah,
you're hitting
I-
multiple mobs.
That's like
Unless it's
the,
per swing and not per mob.
No, it's
Is it
per
per
mob.
hit?
Yeah.
Chance. Well, it just
Yeah,
says 10% chance to steal energy from the enemy. Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
really
So every
specify.
hit
Oh, yeah.
would.
Does it still steal it if
Not
you
per
kill them?
swing.
Yeah. If
So
it's
it's not
not
personal,
that,
yeah.
that's bullshit. There's no way it's not that. Because, yeah, every single time you hit an enemy, it is a chance to have that effect. Because that's why, like, with the Zilborn,
I think that's the
I
same
got
with
that one,
the
like, I will hit,
Phantom bow.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
4 people at once, and 2 of them will actually activate a poison effect.
That just shows you I haven't been in this end game meta in a long time, so getting back into it.
I mean, you don't need
Nice,
to be.
nice.
Teach you.
Just got that, yeah, we got the cliff notes.
we got the cliff notes.
Trying to live up to my name,
Anyone
Dr.
who's
Loot.
old enough for the actual duality of that joke.
Dr. Luke.
Pun intended.
Yeah, I've got to live up to my name. I can't be running
Yeah,
around Dr.
baby.
Loot with a Giltwood bow.
Yeah, I gotta see you on Overseer
Come
somewhere.
on, man.
How embarrassing.
Better. La Pug,
What
hello.
skin are you rocking? What do you got? What are you looking like?
Friday.
My relics are pretty bad. I got the walnuts, the cookie, screamies, and a blissful tribute.
Screamies though.
Have the-
Those are pretty good, man.
All
Not
good
bad
stuff.
Oh, and the
Shut up.
blissful
You're
tribute.
looking pretty fucking good, in all honesty.
I love the
Bliss-
blissful. I still think that's underrated.
I agree
Blissful, that
completely.
That teams up with the Frosty Delight, really.
Ow.
Yeah, I do. I would love to have that frosty delight.
Ow. Striker hurt.
Yeah, I just freaking.
Break her down.
No, we're still alive.
Strike her
Still-
down.
still-
Strike her down.
He gone.
No, that's gonna be the call out in multiplayer. Like, strike her down, run!
We need meds.
So Dr. Lou, where's your
Throw a
peppermint,
egg on 'em.
peppermint
Throw an
pico?
egg on
That's
'em.
what you need.
The
Yes,
peppermint Pico
When
is
I unlock
where
that
it's
fifth
at, man.
slot, that's exactly what's going to take that up.
There you
Yes.
What level are you at?
I am 42 and a half. Getting close.
Nice.
Ooh, yeah,
Was it
yeah.
45, right?
Yeah, real close. And especially if you're able to run Zen, it goes like
Yeah.
like
go.
that.
Goes quick, yeah. More
Yeah,
rounds.
Zen's not a problem.
We do have a winner for the baked bird beak though.
Uh-oh.
Chuck Morris.
Oh damn! Nice.
How
Use it
about
earlier.
it, buddy?
That's a good one, baby.
Nice, nice.
Congratulations. Please, as always, post your Discord.
Congrats.
Yeah, that's awesome though. Yeah, no, you gotta switch. Yeah, you're gonna be like, what was I doing when you put
Yeah.
the when you put the wings back on?
I'm thinking surely even a. I'm thinking
I just
surely a
got that
legendary.
sea
but-
stone.
You get a sea
Yeah.
stone?
I just got the sea stone. Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
Bounty bucks.
I love Virum.
I told you
There
what I'm
it is,
buying.
dude.
All right, I'm leaving.
Congrats.
I'm out.
I'm out. Peace.
Play the lottery before you leave.
There you go, man. That's
Yeah.
a good one too. Only
I think I need
You
it for
left.
bounties. So it's probably going back in the pool.
Adam Bomb jumping in the chat. What's going on, my
I think
friend?
I have that for a bounty this week. Yeah.
How you doing?
Nice. I've been hanging on to
I
one
feel
I
like
found.
I had
I
one.
sold
for
one.
that one.
Remember that time I sold one and then I found it right away? Somebody turned it in. That was
Right.
great.
Oh yeah, that's the best feeling ever.
To the rope a dope.
Got him.
Oh, good. Yes.
Yeah, LR, take that. Like, hooray for me. Moving on. That's great.
Nice.
Chuck Morris, I have your
Thanks, dude.
information. Congratulations, buddy.
Fine. They're going for like 350 or something, aren't they?
Yeah, it said 3.6.
68.
Yeah, 368.
Nice. Awesome.
Big score.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, there's 2 more left. Let's get them.
Oh, nice.
You know, this bounty system. I mean, bounty system.
But there was
The
3 of them before.
the in-game market's like. It just feels good. It feels good knowing that, like, hey, you hit an item, you post it, and then right now and then especially during event time, like,
Oh,
oof, you know.
just like amp everything up. Put everything on steroids that's going on. Like right now.
Jeez.
These events. Yeah, isn't that that is the beauty of it though.
Yeah, melee weapons use more mana than bows.
Stop it.
Yes. Yes, that's true.
Stop it with your melee. Okay.
Melee.
That's what I meant.
Melee.
Look at it,
Melee.
you got me
Stop it.
fucking
Don't
fucked me up.
get me started.
It's all your fault.
Don't
Melee.
stop.
Melee.
Melee.
I used to say it right until he fucked me up.
We had like a
Melee.
1 month argument about it. So. Now I even say
Damn it.
melee sometimes.
Oh, melee.
Melee. Yeah,
Melee.
damn it.
I can't even think about how to say it.
It's not melee. It's
It's
melee.
melee.
It's melee.
Melee.
No, it's not
It's
melee.
a melee weapon.
It's not melee. It's not
no
melee.
melee. No.
That's so not true.
It's
It's a
not
melee.
you, it's
No.
melee.
I don't know anymore.
Stop it too.
Melee.
Okay?
Game ruined me.
Melee.
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 I have read about many a melee. Okay.
Melee.
It's not a many a melee.
There was
You
a
melee.
there was a
You
melee.
Just remember the soccer player, Pele.
There was a
Melee?
melee.
Yeah.
No, just yeah, exactly. There you go. Sure. If that lays
Yeah.
credence to our argument, I
was
support
like-
this thing.
Back in the knight and princess days, you'd have to ask for permission. And she'd be like, "Yes, you melee."
Oh gosh.
God damn it. God damn it! Like we're right back where we fucking started. We're not even
here's a-
talking about the same goddamn words half the time. At this point.
Here's a question. I'm at the end of Zen. I've missed a key, and there's a chest sitting right there.
Wait,
Do I
don't
just
check.
leave,
No, go
Don't
back.
check.
or do I go all the way back?
Did you actually miss the key? Double check.
I missed a key somewhere. Dang it.
Look
My
at.
map.
It's probably a transcendent.
your map
It's gotta
full?
Be a transcendent.
It's definitely a transcendent.
Yeah,
It's
go
gotta
back.
be.
Find that
You're
monitor.
Dr.
I gotta go
Luke.
back now.
Hours I've wasted going back.
This is where that baked bird beak would come in handy.
It would.
Yeah.
Or
Would.
Graham.
How much you want for that there, Chuck Morris?
Let's wheel and deal, bitch. I'll take everything. Okay.
Right. I'll give you stones. You send it my way.
No, wait. So I all the time have actually done at the end of Wasteland where the key actually came from the last group. I
Oh, wow.
tried to open up the like chest and it said that I did not have the key
Oh, because
But
you open it before
because
it
I
flies.
tried to open it before it flew to me, and then
Oops.
I would try to
Yeah.
open it again. And
Right.
an embarrassing amount of times, that was the case.
Yeah, I've had a boss. and
Double
boss
clicking
that
it, like,
dropped
why
me.
won't this thing work?
Well, I'll just be like, oh, like I go to open it, like I killed the boss onto the chest, open it, and it's like you don't have a key, and it's just like what? Like, and then I would
Nani?
sit there and try to go back, and I will never look at right above my gold that I actually do have a
Oh,
key.
you run all the way
Just
across
like-
the level.
Yeah, I literally will. Like, I'll be like, it's a blue gram, so it's like I'll put it at the end. It's fine. I'm not losing that much time. And it's like you're losing a ton of time because you're an idiot. And you have to fucking look,
Shadowstones.
wait 2 seconds to like wait for.
Bro,
the
Migo,
icon
you're
to show up.
completely right.
But, yeah, go back.
I just
Go back to the chest and try to open it. again.
don't really need the cheat mode, but
I got 3 big stones.
I don't know. You're completely right.
Oh,
3.
I was running it a lot before, and then I turned it off, and I'm just like, eh.
Daddy
Fucking
over here.
rip.
3 biggins.
Do that again, you can get a piece of bubble gum.
Oh,
I love
hope
how
so.
I was talking with someone I don't know if it was on stream or just like in a DM earlier, but they were like, you know, like yeah, like I just want to feel like I'm, you know, like winning for the week. And it's like, man, it's like if I get 2 shadow
minute.
stones, 1 shadow
minute
stone,
call
that's a
time.
fucking giant win for the day. Because I know I'm gonna keep playing. Doesn't matter how much if I want to complain. It's like I'm just venting. It's like I'm still coming back. I
At
still
least
love
you
the
got
raid.
something.
And I get 1 Shadowstone, like, yeah, bitch. Like, let's go. Like, let the pile grow.
I did a quick math on that. If everybody that plays daily, which is an average of about 2,000 people,
Okay.
gets 4 Shadowstones each, it's roughly $130 a day given out by the game.
Yeah, that's the
And-
kind of info I was. That
So
is
it's like
juicy.
that.
Yeah.
That's kind of like where people should
That's
wrap
the
their head around that a
banger.
little bit. Look at the global server drop rate, and you know it sucks to look at it individually and be like, oh, 4 Shadowstones, 10 Shadowstones, this sucks. But yeah, over the course of 2,000 people playing every day, it adds up pretty quick.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, and that's my always what I kind of always chuckle when I ran into people that are actually like kind of a curmudgeon about. I've only gone 10 Shadowstones this week. I've
30
played,"
cents.
You know, like yeah, whatever. Yeah, 30 cents. 30-cent fucking Shadowstones. It's just like, bitch. Like, guess what? You wouldn't have gotten playing Halo or Apex.
Yeah.
30 cents.
And
So
plus, this
shut
is
up.
this was
Like,
just added too. You know, so it's
just
first
like,
time.
this is-
It's the
yeah.
first iteration. There's gonna be. I'm sure
And-
there'll be more
yeah.
tweaks when more people join as well. There'll be even more
Yeah, that-
Shadowstones to drop. So
Yeah, that's the exciting thing is that he built a system that can scale as player base
Correct.
scales. You know, so
Mhm.
that's like,
There you go.
ooh, what is that going to look like in the future?
just thousands of Shadowstones dropping.
Like for real, like we
That'd be
talked
great.
about it a little bit the last time, you know, when Cliff jumped in with me and Spizzo. But like,
Oh, yeah.
if Lost Relics really does get a validator node and really, you know, I'm not going to presume that Cliff, you know, throws all of that right into the Shadowstone pool,
Right.
but I would assume that there would be something. But like, that's huge.
Yeah, that
Like-
could be huge too.
Like you have to look at it like all the activity on Efinity and all of its potential could have a faucet through the game.
Yeah, it's literally opening up so many more doors
Exactly.
And
that Cliff's probably not even thought about yet. That's what's
Exactly.
crazy.
for anyone who also doesn't understand what a faucet is
Mhm.
and why that's so hugely important, is any player-based economy and any well-balanced player-based economy has to deal with a teeter-tottering system of a sinks and faucets. And sinks act as the shadow stones that we pay into the market that are absorbed by the actual game, and faucets act as a way to introduce that currency into the game.
Yep.
So it's literally the core of making it like everyone's like, just let the players be and let the player economy be. You can't do that. Like how
Yep, that's true.
really well this system has been put out with the in-game marketplace and with its sinks and faucets is just hugely impressive from a production standpoint of the game itself.
Yeah.
And yeah, it gives it a massive potential of expansion with Efinity.
For sure. I got 75 gold, by the way, added to that last chest. Thanks, guys.
Woo!
Jackpot.
Oh, here you go, Dr. Loot. We've all answered this question. If you could know the items you've missed,
Oh yes,
Would
I've
you want
proposed.
Oh
I
shit.
proposed that question a few times to people
Yeah.
in chat. Just curious myself. I think I would, just so I can kick myself and be like, wow. And plus, it also shows that hey, look what was actually rolled for you, and it gives a little bit more
Oh.
transparency, maybe.
a question also comes with it that I've kind of like added to it is that I don't really actually know. Has anyone ever found an item from a breakable that their pet was able to break, or only money?
During events, yes, but not blockchain. I don't think.
I've
Not
only found
blockchain.
gold. No.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the best
Gonna say,
feeling
like,
during
yeah.
events, like when your pet breaks something and it's like,
Oh,
oh, a
man.
golden present
Last
fell out,
Easter.
or yes, or like, oh, he just found I'm in the middle of combat here and I haven't killed shit, but like I hear the sound, it feels good.
There it is.
Yeah, I think I enjoyed it more when the Easter eggs
Kingslayer's
were
in the
falling out
chat.
of
What's
the-
going on, brother? How you
the
doing?
breakables than I did when it was only like the last Halloween event in Christmas, where the breakables didn't have any of the golden items.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I kind of liked it when it was in the breakables.
Yeah. I mean, I'm living on like Neverland during the events. I didn't even notice that changed. I was just like, ooh, pumpkins, like, ooh, presents. Didn't realize that
I
the
think-
breakables changed.
I
that
think
couldn't
Easter-
actually get 'em
East-
till some.
Yeah, Easter was the first one. Well, it was the only one I experienced where they could come out of the breakables. And it was pretty cool.
I've had a few interesting responses to that question. One was, no, I do not want to see it because if I'm a streamer, which that guy was, he's like, if I'm a streamer, I'm only gonna get it clipped and made fun of, and
I
Or-
welcome that shit if that came.
Yeah,
like, I'd be
held
like,
over-
make it, because that would make me fucking laugh. If it was just like, yeah,
Like, I could-
from
Did-
Ego.
Did you
He's
used
like-
to play when Cliff used to show what was missed in a dungeon? I heard that. used
No,
to be
that
on
was
Overseer.
before. That was
was
before me.
before you?
Really a
Okay.
thing
Yeah.
at some point?
I don't know. I've heard people
was.
talk about it, but I've never.
Cliff even said it used to be, and then he took
Oh,
it
there
out
it is.
because of the negative impact or something.
I
like that.
wouldn't. I don't want it. I
Look,
don't want to see it.
I don't
wanna
want to
hear about
know. I don't want to know if I
it.
missed something.
I don't want to see it.
How about it this way? Maybe you have the option to
torture.
go look if you want.
No, I would just want to know. I would
No,
just want to
that's
know what the percentage of items I've missed has been. I don't want to know what I missed. Just let me know, like, oh, on 5% of your runs, you've missed a blockchain
I
item.
don't know.
I feel like I
have
must
an
have missed
impression.
at least a mythic or a transcendent by this point, so I'd kind of like to know if I
No,
actually
I
have
just
or
like I
haven't.
would be like what the fuck? So upset. I don't want to know anything about it. I just wanted to be like, pat me on my head and send me on my way. Don't tell me about what I missed.
You would just randomly be walking down the street and just be like,
Oh, man.
shit!
I
What?
have enough depression. I don't need that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, right. Like,
It might have
just
negative
like over here, like
consequences on people. Like,
fucking
just
trolling us. Like,
Yeah.
probably
hey,
best Cliff doesn't tell people because some people might take it a little too serious. It might be a big deal.
Oh, people.
like, what happened to? Have you heard from Spizzo? Like, nah, man. Like, ever since
Yeah.
that new system got implemented,
the
he missed the transcendent on the 1% of destructibles that is his transcendent pet missed.
He hasn't been the same ever
Nice
since.
to hear that.
I haven't talked to him since. I don't know what's going on with him, man. No, I want nothing to do with that. If that was there, I would try to find a way to be like, can I turn it off manually? And be like, don't tell me. I don't want to know. I don't need that statistic looming. It's gray cloud over my head.
Or maybe there's a
No.
But
leaderboard.
I want to know.
That'd be great. Missed items.
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
That
That's.
would be so. I would sacrifice my own. Yeah. I'm down with that.
Yeah. Leaderboard. He's like, yeah.
I'm down with that because it'd be like, I don't want to know my personal stats, but I would also be like, take some pride and be like, yeah, bitch, like who's missed more one than me, huh? Like,
And the
Well,
winner
well,
is Spizzo, 2 transcendent.
Especially there's a,
you realize you're
Not my
top of rank for missed items? Like, yeah, bitch. Of
like
course.
not
I know.
myself, but I know there's people that skip nodes during events. So
I
I'm
always
sure there's
am
a lot of
gonna do that, but I don't.
I'm sure there's a lot of blockchain items
To
that
get
got
missed, yeah.
skills
Just like
that
the
get
sea
missed,
stone I
but-
just caught.
Right.
If I wasn't
Exactly.
for the
See,
nodes, I
I'm,
wouldn't have got that.
It's like
I'm-
400,
I
right?
got OCD. I gotta do it. I'm
Yeah,
doing every single node.
Yeah, no, I always say that I'm gonna be like, I'm efficiency, bitch.
Yeah.
Like I'm going for this. I'm just going for these things, and then I just harvest every node because I was allowed to. Like with the last update, and so I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna harvest every fucking node that I
I
run
do,
into.
yeah.
But I will actively say that I am not going to do that during the event.
I hit 100% nodes in the event even.
All right. Well, my wife finished making dinner, so I am going to go eat. But I may be back. Either way, I'll be lurking. Much love to everybody. Dr. Luke,
Nice.
you have to just join regularly.
Yeah.
Like, just calm down and just do it all the time.
Yeah, appreciate having me again, and
Yeah, no. And
try to hang out whenever I can.
I will post. We have right now Jay Meyer going on
Yo.
and
You should-
Striker stream. I'll post both of their links real quick.
Heyo.
Where's Jay? 'Cause it's a rated one for some reason. But yeah. Make sure to go over there, show them some love. Anybody who hasn't heard from me, I will contact you tomorrow. And yeah, we will do a whole nother round of submission to bug Dr. Loot again.
Processing.
But yeah, much love, Jay, and much love, Dr.
Yo,
Loot.
much love, buddy.
Riker.
Have a good night, my
See you
friend.
Soon, buddy.
Yeah, I will.
Later, Spiz.
I'll still be lurking in the chat, though. I'll be bugging everybody.
All right,
Hash-
man, we'll see ya.
hashtag lurking.
Yeah. Literally, though. I wish I could
Yeah.
raid, but we
I got
can't cross.
exclamation point. Oh yeah, right. Cross raids.
Streams, like, it causes a problem, according to, like Ghostbusters and shit. So, I will see you guys later.
See ya.
Catch you later, man. Oh, he just hit a mythical carpet.
Oh,
Who did?
Charizard.
Charizard just hit it.
Nice.
Carpet. Wow.
What?
Damn, Char.
Very nice.
Nice
What
dude.
was that?
Carpet, right?
Where did you get that in?
Silver bounty
Chest?
chest.
Silver
was-
chest. Wow.
Silver bounty chest.
Charizard, much love. If you're
Nice
watching,
Char.
is he watching anybody?
What a hit!
I
What
haven't
a
seen
hit!
him in chat yet tonight.
Now
Not
we just
mine.
need the Aladdin skin. Be good
That's
to
so
go.
fine, right? Princess
Yeah,
Jasmine
boo.
in the lab.
Dude, that
Jay,
Dude, that's I
yeah,
told you I wanted a
carpet,
boo, a
that
monkey
red
for a
carpet
pet.
is going to be the blue gram. But
I
it's
want
not going to teleport. It's going to physically move you.
I want an Abu from Aladdin for a pet.
Well, you need that crust too. Okay,
So
so
carpet,
you
that'd be
need both
dope.
of them, and then the ability will be
Yeah.
activated.
Right, we get
All right,
Cliff
I'll
is
see
in
you guys
talks with
later.
Disney right now for a cross of Aladdin. Shit.
That would explain so much.
Right? Right?
well, it'll be cool when he starts doing some collabs,
Right. That'd be cool.
some different studio collabs, and
Some
new
cool
items.
skins. Yeah.
Be cool when
get some Street Fighter 2 skins and stuff.
Oh shit, dude.
Street Fighter loves collabs. They do all kinds
Oh
of
yeah,
stuff
they
with
do.
games.
Yeah, I think they have some on wax. Some cards or something.
Yeah, I think Street Fighter did some stuff on wax. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember
cards.
when that launched.
I think it was cards.
I used to play a mobile game called Summoners War, and they did a collab with them, and it was pretty cool.
Sweet.
Nice.
That's the cool stuff, man.
I got into that Street Fighter cards on wax a little bit, and got a little tedious because you have to burn like 3 or 4 copies of the one to get the next tier, and
Oh,
do
I
it
see,
again
I
to the
see.
next tier, and it's just brutal.
Gotcha.
NFTs, man. I don't even know. Apparently, they're all the talk of GDC right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, when are the AAA games gonna do it? Let's go.
Soon, man, soon. What I give them, what, like 2 years? I think 1 or 2 will launch this year, but like a majority of the big ones
Right.
will launch next year.
Yeah.
We'll
What are
see.
your thoughts on Illuvium? Have you looked into that game at all, Striker? Is that a
Illuv-
type of game that you're interested in?
Let me put it like this: Illuvium is a game that I read everything that comes out, but
Okay.
I
In their
did
Discord and stuff.
exactly, but I haven't participated. Like I didn't participate it near the beginning.
Which is hard to get into it now because at the beginning it was like $50 and now it's like over 500 and it went all the way up to 2,000 and came back down. So now it's hard to get in for most people.
Yeah. I mean, the way I tend to look at it is I tend to try to find, like, I try to imagine what would the winners be of the different platforms. So, like, if this was like Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, like, I would be like, okay, Master Chief, Zelda, God of War, you know,
There's
or
different
Final.
types of games. There's
Exactly.
first-person
Exactly.
shooters. There's yeah.
So like I'm like, okay, what do I think has a chance to be the leading game on Wax? What do I think has a leading chance to be on Engine? What do I think has the leading chance to be on Polygon, on Ethereum, on Immutable X? You know, kind of like that. Because there's just too many, right?
Yeah.
And then follow all the other ones.
Well,
Like,
like Immutable X.
ridiculously
it seems like
follow.
There's a lot of high quality games that are going to be launching on that platform. So
yeah, I think.
there's different styles and different platforms, but
Like if I had to rank platforms for like their chance of success, I would probably put Polygon 1, Immutable X 2. See, I don't know. You can't I guess you can't rank Ethereum in there because it's like technically anything can be on Ethereum.
right, both of the ones you just mentioned are basically Ethereum. They're layer 2s on Ethereum.
Exactly, but I meant like layer 1. And then I would probably go Engine followed by Wax. No. Engine followed by Wemix followed by Wax. Wemix is the one that Mir 4 came out on.
Oh, okay. Are there a lot of other games going to be releasing?
Yeah, in the future. They just have a stranglehold on Korea in terms of blockchain gaming, and
Okay.
like if you're like, hey, what's the number one game in Korea? Or what's the number one blockchain company in Korea? Then I'm like, yeah, I would want to be involved with that. You know,
Oh,
Interesting.
you know that's a big market.
Zagarac skull.
Ooh, baby.
Nice.
Voice for sure.
That's interesting.
Yeah, bro. It's
Could you lower the LR background sound? Really? LR sound is low or too high? Interesting.
yeah, like I'm at 1%.
Yeah, usually I have it really low. Where's the audio?
Yeah,
at
I'm right.
10% sound effects.
I'm basically
It's
right
too
there
high?
with you.
Yeah.
So,
My
Mutable X
guess.
seems really popular to me because Guild of Guardians is coming out on it. Illuvium's basically already said they're going to be using a Mutable X. They have their own IMX token. Seems like it's not going to run away with the whole show of blockchain gaming, but there's definitely a lot of strength there.
Yeah, I would give their biggest strength. I think is gonna be this like cooperative between
Is that better?
what do you call it? IMX, Loop Ring, and GameStop.
Okay.
Whatever. So like, we have very few companies. We have very few stock market corporations that are participating in blockchain, and that's one of them. And they're going for gaming, and they have the money to throw behind it. Like, I'm also a firm believer that of the companies that exist today, the ones that are going to adopt crypto are going to be the ones that like are on the brink of failure, and they have the pressure to act.
Swap out relics here.
And that is exactly GameStop, right? Because their business model is going down.
Until it's proven, yeah, those are the companies that are going to jump in first.
Right. And then whoever survives is going to thrive.
Bulbs.
Nice, yeah. Is Mirror Force still holding its own, or how's that game doing actually? I haven't paid attention to it.
Yeah, I haven't checked in on it, like playing it, since I stopped like back in November. But I'm more impressed. I'm impressed with Mirror 4. Like, it's a good game. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. Good backing, good support. Like, it will continue into the future. But I'm more impressed by like the Wemex company, which is kind of like Wemex is to Mirror 4 as Engine is to Lost Relics.
Okay.
You know, so it's like I'm actually more impressed with the platform and how many games they're going to be onboarding than I am impressed with the future of Mirror 4. But Mirror 4 is a legit game. Like, I mean, we can look back at it like a 2 or 3 years with more updates and everything, and it'd be like, oh shit, that's a huge game, you know?
What impressed me is it came out on mobile and PC at the same time. Granted,
Exactly. Me too.
it enforced a lot of, botting mechanics and autoplay and stuff that may not be ideal for, the normal players getting their fair share of blockchain gaming and being able to, bots are the worst thing that can happen to blockchain gaming, in my opinion, because where there's money and where there's incentive, bots will come.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's the most difficult thing to try to combat, and Mirror 4 didn't seem to do a great job of that, which is why I left it.
Yeah,
Pretty quick.
you hit the nail on the head. That's exactly what drawed me to it. Mobile was the first reason, because like 65% of all the revenue in video games is now mobile. Like, mobile has now dominated. It's beating consoles, beating PCs, beating tablets,
Right,
everything.
right.
So that's definitely the future. But also what you were saying about bots, I'm actually looking at it from a different lens. I think you're completely correct. But I'm looking at it a little bit like botting's not going away. I agree with you. It's going to get worse because of artificial intelligence.
Oh, sure. Technology's just going to keep getting better as the games get better.
Right. So my question is, how do video games adapt? And Mirror 4 was one of the ones that was like, okay, let's try to solve this problem by allowing everyone to technically have a bot and see what happens.
Yeah.
You know, but also, it's still rough. They did not solve the problem, but they are, I guess you could say, ahead of everybody else that's attempting to solve it. Yeah.
That's a good way to look at it.
I don't know. Give me my own personal AI bot. I want my own personal Cortana. I don't know what we're gonna do with it. You know, world domination. But no, not. We'll figure something out.
Speaking of that, Halo series drops. Is it this weekend or next weekend?
I saw episode 1, bro. No spoilers, but oh, I'm a diehard Halo fan.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah. Oh,
Like a TV show?
yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
It's on Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus.
Sure, it's on that website I got. Let me look at that website I got. Oh, see.
I don't know if the promo ended, but they did this thing where it's like 3 months for $1 or something like that. So you can just literally pay $1, binge the show, binge whatever you want, and then cancel.
Here, I'll post the link in my chat. Supposedly it's up on that website. I got a website where you can watch all kinds of shows and movies, and it popped up. Episode 1's showing.
Yep.
Yeah, it's cool to see any kind of TV show that's mimicked after a video game like The Witcher, and those are pretty good
The
shows.
Witcher was a really good show, yeah.
Oh,
I liked
yeah.
that.
Oh,
I need to
couldn't
finish
pick
it.
that better.
Play it, probably get bad.
Henry Cavill is just absolutely perfect choice.
For real. Oh, I activated the PQ at the wrong time.
I didn't realize he was like actually really into that game too. Saw a couple of interviews
mind.
where he's like, "I love the Witcher game. I just want to be in the Witcher," and he's now in it, so he's all in.
Huh. Nice. I never got into the
Yeah, the Lost Relics crew really do love Twitch.
Shows.
I'll give them that.
Makes me want to play the game.
Yeah, I started with the second one, so I don't really know about the first one, but the third one was really good.
Is it were the-
Wild
was it-
Hunt.
Were they exclusive to the console or anything?
I think the first one might have been a PlayStation exclusive, but I played 2 and 3 on the Xbox.
Okay.
Yeah, they got number 3 out on everything, even the Nintendo Switch, Jay.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure
Really?
they're probably all 3 of them are all probably on every console now.
Probably,
I'll have-
yeah.
I'll have to pick it up on that
It's
3
probably-
on the Switch.
Probably the Game of the Year trilogy, platinum editions.
Game of the year, man. I need to finish Elden Ring. I took a pause.
Oh, I would prefer
Huh.
it. It looks
Yeah.
cool.
I don't even think I'm gonna attempt that one.
It's definitely a slow burn.
Yeah. I don't
It's
think I
too
have
much
the
time away
patience.
from Lost Relics.
I know.
Yeah, there you go.
For real.
Thinking,
So why was that level so difficult for you, Striker? The one you were talking about back in the day that you never got to beat?
It was like it's multiple lock-in rooms. It was really the first concept of the lock-in room, I guess. Like
Okay.
yeah, it was like multiple
So, like,
lock-in
when
rooms.
you beat a lock-in room, did you have to like move your character into another lock-in room? Or
Yes.
Did you, like, just teleport to another?
It was like a gauntlet, like one lock-in room followed by a really long hallway that led to another gauntlet room.
Okay.
But also the gauntlet rooms were covered with the fire pits. So like if you weren't paying attention, you ran over the fire. Like so
in the locker room.
yeah.
Damn. That's brutal.
Yeah. And then
So what kind of monsters were in each lock-in room? Was it completely random, or what did they have at the time?
there was a lot of rears, a lot of skeletors, the grunts, and then the ogums were the like the big
The
boys.
scariest ones, yeah.
Yeah. And this was before the other, like that's when we only had like 6 or 7 enemies in the game. So it was like almost
Yeah.
all of them, you know? And the spiders, like they get you. It was literally like the graveyard event
Spiders.
where it's like you're running circles trying to kite and kill and not hit grates. And then one spider hits you and you're like screwed,
Damn.
you know?
And there goes your quarter.
And there goes your
Yeah, it was
quarter.
Chaos Unleashed was actually what added 30 new monsters to the game.
Exactly.
That was
Man,
right about
that
before I
f-
started playing.
Yeah, that feels more
Forever.
recent. Well, in terms of adding
Oh,
it,
really?
like I thought they were added further back than that.
Oh, I see.
But no, you're right.
It feels like these 30 new monsters have been in
Oh,
the game
yeah.
forever. It's done so well.
Yeah, that was the patch where Cliff was like, "Oh, I'm gonna do one new map, maybe two," and then it was like 10 maps and 30 enemies, and it's like, what?
And everything's double health. Go, go, go.
Go, yeah, exactly. Grods were accidentally invincible. Or- oh man.
I loved his patch. The name of it was Chaos Unleashed, and then the next one was Chaos Tamed.
Yeah, yeah, that was good.
He balanced all monsters and weapons.
Well, I think that's a perfect gold sink. Just beat up your players for a couple weeks. There's the
Yeah.
gold sink you need for the game.
He's like, thanks for testing. You know, that's what we are really. In essence, we're all beta testers.
Yeah, don't test with your virtuals.
Well, back then they had
No.
some of the tools that were worth 400, 500k, and that was worth
Oh,
a lot more money
dude.
than it is nowadays. So then
Oh,
those
yeah.
deaths really hurt.
For
There's
real.
a Stonebreaker. But now we're losing armor instead of
Yeah,
the tools, so
The-
there's still quite a bit on the line.
for sure. Would you pay for a pretty much like a gamified insurance contract, so that if you die, you can say like, okay, well, let me claim that
Free
insurance.
life or something.
More like you pay something. I've been playing around with this idea because like when we're talking about like traditional
Video game insurance.
no video game, like it's just economies, right? Like there's like in capitalist economies there's like 5 key pillars, and one of the pillars is the idea of insurance. So I was just like, what would that look in a digital world? And I was like, okay, well, death would need to mean a lot. It would need to mean so much that someone would be willing to pay a few shadow stones or pay a lot of gold to like pretty much guarantee that if they die, they can buy back the items that they just lost.
Yeah, maybe like durability on blockchain items.
Possibly.
That would make people be like, all right, look, I can't afford to pay to repair my blockchain items every time I die. Get that insurance policy.
For real.
That's really interesting, Striker. Never thought about insurance in the metaverse.
Yeah, I mean, you would need to make it. You would not want it to be titled insurance. Like we would need to gamify it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't know.
Need a,
uh,
need a hidden name for that.
maybe a relic that lets you rewind time and you get all your stuff back at a cost or something. You know, but yeah, like that's like a really important part of a just a basic economy.
The relic time stone.
WeGraph here says, I'm telling you, we need to have a hell map where you can lose BC. So yeah, the kind of like hell mode in
It just
Diablo.
burns all your BC. Ugh.
I'm down.
Melts it.
I'm down if
Melts
you get the chance to
lose.
go back in to get it.
Oh.
Okay, if you get like 2 shots, 1 you die, and then 2 you have to go back in to get it. And if you don't get it, then it's lost. I'd be okay with that.
Damn.
You
Imagine
know.
you just lose a mythical or transcendent.
Oh dear God.
Yeah.
Imagine
Jeez.
Cliff having to deal with the customer service calls on that one though.
Right?
Yeah.
My
True that.
internet went out and I lost fucking yeah.
Right.
I'm on dial-up. You know, I lost connection.
Right? My AOL internet doesn't work.
Oh well. Your transcendence now burned.
I was playing through a storm. It's not my fault.
Actually, Loops, I was thinking more about it being player-based.
Tornado.
Players supporting players through the insurance, not
You're
the.
still playing and
not
the
Cliff.
walls are flying apart in your house. Hey, got a transcendent in here.
I can't leave.
Yeah, but who knows?
So I guess my question to you, Striker, would be: me living my life and just being a middle-aged guy, I've always felt like insurance is pretty much a scam. And yes, it's good in some cases, but for the general population, there's certain capitalist companies and big companies that are just making money off of other people for insurance. And in general, when anybody asks me if I want insurance on a product, I basically tell them no, because in the long run, my opinion of this is that you're gonna lose money in the long run on insurance. I've been scammed on aftermarket car insurance. I've been scammed on
Mm-hmm.
other types of electronic insurance. So, do we need that in the future of the metaverse? I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong about like there's definitely situations where people charge for insurance that do not merit the need. But like if you go back to the root of like why insurance was invented and like the like how it improved capitalistic economies was that it was the feature that allowed trade to happen where it couldn't be done before. So, for example, when it was invented, was around the time when ships were needing to carry cargo from the new world to the old world
Right.
during the time of pirates, and it was, you have to think of it like this: as a ship owner or as the king of a country, if you're going to put 10% or X amount of percent of whatever your valuable goods are to try to move it, going out into sea where you could either be taken over by pirates, fall to a storm. Like, in other words, the likelihood of you losing your shit was just way too much that no one would ever put it on a boat to trade. But the invention of insurance now allowed it to where it incent
Them to do
it,
it.
exactly. Now it's kind of like, okay, we're taking some of that risk away. So now because of that, now we can
Gotcha.
trade across the globe or across these bordering nations,
Simple to do it.
which would not have occurred without it. So like
That makes sense.
to relate that to what you're saying about like insurance being a scam now is pretty much because most of the things that are being insured right now do not meet that threshold. Like, can you survive if you lose your phone or lose, you know, if it's not to the point where like you would have a dramatic impact on your life if you didn't get insurance. Because if it was like homeowners insurance, if your house burns down, you're freaking like your entire life is changed.
Sure.
So like in those situations, yeah, insurance makes sense. But like, hey, are you going to pay the $3 insurance for water damage on your new keyboard you got? Like, no. No, like that shit's a scam. Like the risk is not worth the payment, you know? But unfortunately, some companies know that they know that some people are not going to think like that and they're just going to take advantage of them, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about acceptable risks.
Exactly.
If I've got just me in the house, I have almost zero risk of my TV falling over and cracking
Exactly.
in half. Dropping my phone in water, stuff like that. But if I got two young kids running around with 3 dogs and cats, maybe I might, maybe I want to get insurance on some of my expensive
yeah.
stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Acceptable risks.
So how do you relate that to blockchain? If you have young kids running around and you have a higher chance to damage an item, is that you playing
Risk-
in a more risky manner
Yeah.
Yeah, let's say your
in the
kid-
game?
Yeah, say your kid runs into a table, cuts his head on the side of the table, and you got to run over there and take care of him. Now you've left your game. You just died from the hell spawns or from
Yeah.
whatever you were just doing. Then now let's say the new meta is durability loss on blockchains, or maybe even if you were in that
This-
hardcore dungeon that you were talking about.
Insurance or something like that, yeah.
Yeah, that could be a good insurance policy there for
Or even
people
like
that can't.
A lot of ways to look at it, I guess.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's it's all gameplay related, right? Because like you're right. Like in a video game, like why would you ever construct that? And you really wouldn't unless
Unless real money's involved.
real money's involved, and unless
Exactly.
That opens it up to a lot of
right. And if
scammers and
Exactly.
people.
and if something like that is player based only, then there's more weight to it because you don't have to worry about developers manipulating the system.
True.
But yeah, I
It's
mean,
true.
I'm playing. I'm
In the
playing with the
end,
idea.
somebody's
There is
gonna
not
win,
a
somebody's gonna lose. I fail to see how it really creates economic benefit to as a whole, because in the end, somebody's wins, somebody loses, somebody has to pay up, somebody gets their return.
Let me put it this way: if you have car insurance and you get in a car accident, do you feel like you lost if you paid insurance? Like it does. What I guess what I'm trying to get at is like it doesn't technically
in the end,
need
that
to
company
be
is still making money in general from the mass population,
sure. I mean, yes.
and that's just and you pay for the insurance because you're not willing to accept the risk that somebody might crash into you and you won't be able to replace your vehicle.
So then,
So
who
if you
really
have an
wins?
FT that you can't replace,
Mm-hmm.
well, nobody wins, I guess, in the end. So I don't see. I'm trying to make a point that it makes sense in something like this. But if you're like gambling,
Mm-hmm.
like you're CryptoPunk or something like that, and you can't afford to replace that, that's all your wealth.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just don't.
Yeah. I think. I mean, I understand where you're coming from. Like, there isn't a clear answer. That's why I'm kind of like just playing around,
That's good.
brainstorming
Yeah,
ideas.
just think about it. Yeah.
The answer, the only current answer that is being used right now with blockchain insurance is for DeFi contracts, where you don't know if the smart contract is going to execute a multi-million-dollar trade the way that you expect it to, or you don't know if the liquidity pool is going to get hacked. And in those cases, the blockchain insurance that currently exists, yeah, that makes complete sense. Would that work
That's
for
all.
video games? I don't know. But what I do know is that if it did, it would make, if there was a way for it to work, it should theoretically increase the economy of said game. Theoretically.
Right.
Yeah, if there was a mechanic in place to lose real money.
Right. Do you know how the the DeFi insurance actually works, Striker? Because I just found out about that a couple months ago that some different DeFi apps have insurance based on the contracts. Do they just put up that money up front to make it more? Because everybody who participates in that DeFi contract receives the insurance if
Right.
that protocol has the insurance available, right?
Yeah.
So
So
it's
the
basically just a company making it more. I mean, it's not really insurance. It's basically just that app saying that we're backing it with this money, so it makes it more acceptable for the general population to participate in that contract, right?
yeah. The only one I've researched in depth on it was Nexus Mutual, and the way that they did it is they, in essence, created a DAO where they got a bunch of individuals that were, I mean, in the insurance industry, that all agreed to start the project and that contribute X amount of capital for the pool, and then
Okay.
after that they started running their quote unquote calculations of how to assess the risk. And then what they do is they sell a token that is like based on how much of the token you have, you can have a coverage on your insurance up to a certain amount. And what you do is if something goes wrong, according to whatever their standards are, you can redeem that token to claim your insurance, which gets pooled from the initial pool that all those people put in. But if they fuck up and they don't calculate risk right, then when somebody loses, when one of the insurance contracts gets triggered, I mean, it's theoretically possible there's not enough money to pay people back, especially because this is such a new field that we're calculating what the risk is for the first time. No one really knows what the risk is, right?
Right. All the contracts could be hacked tomorrow if something goes horribly wrong. You never know.
Exactly.
Just like an
51%
insurance company
attack.
could go out of business.
Exactly. The difference here is that because it's on the blockchain, anybody that is
Is that the same one?
wanting to buy a contract can see, hey, is that money there right now?
Yeah.
Whereas the current corporations with insurance, they don't have to report that, but every 3 months.
Quarterly.
Right.
Oh, and there was one more thing too.
Well, I would probably pay for insurance to make sure that
That was
Cliff's in-game
I'll be right back.
marketplace doesn't get hacked
mean-
or something like that. I mean, insurance could make sense for something like what he's working on right now.
I mean,
In the contract sense, it
Yeah.
has more legitimacy.
theoretically, yeah. I mean, but my thing is just, what is the risk? Well, I mean, there has to be value too, right? Like, what is the risk? What is the value that you get from not taking risks? So, like, let's pretend this was a gold, not a blockchain, not related to the blockchain. This was virtual, quote unquote, insurance gamified. Then, okay, like you pay 100 gold, and if you lose items in a dungeon equal to 200,000 gold, you can get your 200,000 gold paid in return. But of course, there's a lot of ways to scam the system, blah, blah, blah. But theoretically, like, yeah, I'd pay 100 gold if I'm taking in my Moonjackal armor and I'm taking in my Piku and I'm taking in other virtuals that are worth 200,000. Yeah, I'll pay 100 gold. Like, maybe the number is closer to 5,000 gold or 10,000 gold. I don't know. But if that were to happen, then people are now more incentivized to go into harder dungeons, do harder content, take more risks than what they would have. So the question is, and then whoever does that service or whoever participates in that service, their reward is that if they do it successfully, they can earn more gold from not going into dungeons, passive gold. But then you need the third.
That would be hard to
Exactly.
understand every individual person's risk and. Oh wow.
Exactly. That's why it's
'Cause
all
that's what
like
the car
theoretical.
That's what the car companies ask you. They say, how many times a day do you drive? Do you drive only for work?
Exactly.
How many miles per year do you put on your car? And they even go so far as to monitor your driving habits and stuff to understand your risk. We have to go, okay, well, Stryker plays 50 games a day in Mount Olcef, and then and Jay Myers plays 120 games a day or whatever. Like, what is the risk for each person?
Exactly. Now, in this case, we need to also have a reward. You have to have a reason why you would do the thing you wouldn't normally do. So, like, I would go into Mount regardless, but so there's not really a reward for me. But if there was a way to make it to where the player has a reward and the person who's issuing, the insurance has a reward, and here's the key, that the game treasury and Cliff in combination have a reward too, then you have a system that could work.
Right.
But again,
And that's tricky.
yeah, it's all. Yeah, who knows? Someone will figure it out somewhere, but like we're just gonna have to wait to see. Yeah,
What's cool is you could even have options,
exactly.
like stock market. I used
Right.
to
Do you
do
want
option
50%
trading.
of your? Yeah. Do you want 100% coverage or 50% coverage with a deductible or something like that?
Yeah,
Like if I have $1,000 1,000 gold item, and I think that maybe, oh man, I think the market's gonna crash on this particular item. I could buy like a put to protect myself. Okay, I'm gonna buy a put at 1,000. If it goes down to 300, I can still sell it at 1,000.
exactly. Now, like
So,
in the
I'll
Lost
take the
Relics, to play to like pretend this actually would work in Lost Relics. It could be the difference. Like you don't have to go into like that depth of finance. You can just be like, here is the mythical, whatever the insurance thing is. Here is the rare, whatever that thing is, and they cost different prices. Here's the transcendent level. Here's the common level. You know, and simplify it as much as possible so that
Just based right off market price.
yeah, I mean it's crazy. I mean I don't know, like, but my whole point is that like even just playing around with like making shit up like that, like it is the imagine all of the extra trading that would happen on the market if that was a system that actually worked. That extra trading, that is the benefit that insurance can bring to an economy.
For sure.
You know?
Like I said, though, it would have to be thoroughly tested.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So many different angles there. Who provides the service? Is the third party? Did they get paid? Is it offered by the players only? Does development team have anything to do with it? It's a lot. We almost have to have a think tank and a round table.
Oh yeah.
So tell me, like, put yourself as a new player who can't really afford, let's say, an epic item. Let's say the most that new player can afford is some rare items. How do you use insurance to get them into the epic tier maps? Just as an example. Like, how does that play out?
Good question.
I think it's the opposite of insurance, which would be the EFI renting system.
Renting.
So that's what EFI had promised, a long time ago, is that you could rent blockchain items.
Yeah, that's true.
So for 100 gold, I'll go take that Godslayer real quick and go into that Mount Olketh and check it out.
Even like,
or 100 Shadowstones or whatever.
Is that what EFI is still claiming? They're still going to have that for every single EFI type item?
That I don't know. This was a while ago they mentioned that. I haven't read up on that in a while, but
because Cliff hasn't said anything about the rental system in a very long time, and he wasn't super for implementing it into his system. But if it came through EFI, that'd be a different thing entirely.
Right.
What if it's not a renting system? I mean, technically it's the same thing, but
technically,
what if it's not a renting system? What if it's a lending system? So in other words, I'm going to lend you an item. You don't have to pay anything. But if you hit Shadowstones on your run, you have to pay 5% for using that item.
Finder's fee.
You know, or something like that. You know.
Yeah. Imagine renting out a whole build.
You know,
up to like 50%.
Yeah,
but also
it still messes with the economy though a lot, Striker, because there's X amount of players and X amount of demand, and if they can just borrow, then it changes things.
Oh yeah, it definitely does. But I mean, there would need to be a way. I mean, there's so much. I love playing these. I love playing these just like hypotheticals,
theoretical games.
Yeah, the what ifs of the what ifs, but like, hey, I mean, if you could make it to where the system would also put a cut into the treasury, I think that would be really cool. I think the hard goal over the years to come will be how do you figure out ways to incentivize players to put Shadowstones into the economy? And if you can come up with ideas, gameplay mechanics, player-to-player structures that would make it worth it for someone to put money in, then that's when you have that's an economy that can exist no matter the amount of the players. Like we don't
for the win.
Exactly.
Staking or something. Incentive.
Shadowstones galore with mounts.
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 Don't get Spiz started on mounts. He's probably listening to us right now.
Give me mounts.
I want to show off the zoo.
In all reality, I think Cliff's doing a bang-up job on not breaking the economy and thinking through every decision he makes.
For real.
I'll say when update and when this, but I gotta give him props that he's got a path set, and I think every decision. I mean, there's so many things he could do in the future that can open this up. It's good to see, good to think about.
For sure.
Oh yeah.
And this update, like he said in the interviews, this update is like basically a whole new echelon. It's
It's gonna
setting
change
the
a lot.
it's setting the stage for the future
Nice.
of Lost Relics.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's
It's really gonna be nice.
Big things.
I can't wait for the randomized maps and the gameplay
Yeah.
features.
Yeah, everything
Co-op.
that's coming into
Friends
this
list,
thing.
man.
Yeah, friends list, co-op.
so much can be done. Oh, it's exciting.
Yeah, it's cool to be a part of seeing everything develop. And I mean, what game? That I don't know if maybe you guys know. What game has ever offered this kind of level of, you know, participation at this level of a developed game at
Yeah, man.
pre-alpha access, and it's a blockchain game. It's all groundbreaking stuff. It's insane to be a part of it.
Yep. I mean,
That's pretty cool.
it's just
AAA games will give you alpha access for a week,
Get in sooner.
and then closed beta, open beta for another week or two.
Yeah, but when Cliff playing? He's got to build it while we're all sitting inside enjoying our cocktails. No, it reminds
Enjoying
me of
our
my
cocktails.
days. I haven't played a game this much since I used to play Diablo 2, which took over my life and was just an amazing game for quite a while for me. So
Yep. 2 and 3 was probably thousands of hours for me.
yeah,
I
man.
never got into 3.
Did
I
a
made
little
$6 on the Real Money Auction House.
bit. Oh, man.
On 3?
Yeah,
Before
Before
they
they-
took it away?
before they shut it down.
Wow.
I was really nervous to like jump in because it was such a new concept at the time.
Wow.
Like, wow, I'm selling all these virtual items for real money. Like, people are gonna pay for that? I mean, it's just gonna be gone when they're done playing it. Really? Yep, hundreds of dollars people would spend. Like, wow. By the time I really got into it, it was already shut down.
Fabig, welcome to the strike team, baby.
Yeah, that
Thank
was
you for the
biggest problem
follow.
with 3 is they took too many good things away that they built into, my opinion.
Yeah, it looks like if 4 ever comes out, it looks like they're going back to the roots, you know, of Diablo 1. Super creepy and evil, and it looks kind of cool. Back to Diablo roots.
It's awesome. I look forward to that one. I played the Resurrected when it came out a little bit. When Lost Relic update was.
Oh
waiting,
yeah.
we were down for like a week.
I know, bro.
Yeah.
It's so funny when that happens,
Okay.
and you're like, dude, why does my whole life feel like it's changed? Yeah.
Yeah, I was lost. Like,
I was like, what the hell do I do now?
yeah, shit. What do I play? It's all blockchain.
What
I
is
know,
this
bro.
bright light outside?
Oh, that's funny.
I know, for real. Dude, for me, Lost Relics was like, or has been, all about like crypto research. I'm just listening to podcasts, grinding away. One podcast after another, one book after another. Just keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming.
Expires under 6.
More info.
More info. Let me learn. Let me learn.
Pretty cheap, even if it's a short bow. It's an epic short bow.
Epic short bow.
555. Yeah. Nice. I don't think I have a short epic bow. No, I do not. I get Phantom and the Wings of
What I really need to do next is I need to learn about all the other parachain winners that are in there with engine, because it's kind of like a first generation, right? And
Yeah.
all of them are going to be incentivized to work with each other.
Yeah.
Um,
And
and
what is each one doing?
exactly. What do y'all do? Why do y'all do it? And then what could that mean for video games? And what can that mean for Lost Relics?
Yep. Is there any competition?
Exactly.
You know,
Dude.
Lost Relics development team is keeping a close eye on that for sure.
Oh yeah.
Gotta go meet the extended family.
That's
Not
exactly
having
it.
a chance to look.
I got a
But-
deep question for you, Striker. If you're up for
Thought it
one
was
more.
100.
Always up for them. I got
Alright,
two
so-
more, or wait, I got one. I got 2 or 3 more runs in me before I gotta go.
All right. So this just kind of came to me. Originally, Cliff was planning on only having blockchain items, and then the whole gas thing came out, and he decided he was gonna have to have virtual items.
Mhm.
I got a boss. Could he do you think he could ever go back to a state where there was only blockchain items in this game? Everything was blockchain. And what would that mean?
Let me put it this way: if I thought that, if I thought you had a scale, okay, 0 was nothing changes, and 10 was the craziest change that could happen, I think 10 is the everything gets converted to blockchain. I don't think it's
I'm not saying
likely.
everything has to get converted.
Right. No, that's why I'm saying like
Could it
10
ever go
like
back to a state.
but that's my point. Like if 10 is everything gets converted, then I think, being a 6, 7 or maybe an 8 is realistic. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it will happen like that, but like I think there's a chance. I think there's a relatively decent chance.
If Infinity proved itself, and
Mm-hmm. Now, like,
Yeah, if all their features launch as promised.
like I was playing around with the idea of like, what would Lost Relics actually look like if it was all blockchain? And I was like, okay, well, let's take the example of coal. Like, first off, it's kind of cool that coal would be limited, just like in the real world. Like, you discover a cave, there's only X amount of coal to be taken out. But also for gameplay, that doesn't sound very fun. You know,
with Infinity, in the future, maybe you could mint your own coal and you could create more supply, just like Cliff does with virtual items nowadays.
so one thing to take note of too, that I keep reading it in the white paper and I keep trying to think like how important it could be. I think by default, and don't quote me here, but I think by default, the new minting system is going to be on a bonding curve, which means it will be more and more expensive to mint the more things
Okay.
get minted.
Okay.
So that might not work for coal, but that might also be able to be turned off. I don't know.
Right. We don't have any details on that.
Right.
Into the unknown.
Exactly. It makes sense because we have to remember that at the end of the day, EFI is going to be a blockchain that Infinity is going to be paying a majority of the fee. I mean, Engine is going to be paying a majority of the fees to operate this network. And then they're going to, one way or another, have to get compensated back as this thing grows. So that means there's going to be fees even though we're using proof of stake, like one way or another. I just lost my train of thought. I forgot why I brought that up. Fees.
Well, with the bonding curve, and I mean.
Oh yeah, the bonding curve makes it to where not everyone's going to go crazy with transactions, minting everything they possibly can, because it gets more and more expensive to do that.
So it wouldn't make sense with an economy like we have, where we're constantly burning and creating items and working on our skills for engineering and alchemy and things like that.
Maybe
I don't
it
see, I
could.
don't see that making sense on a blockchain.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, like you say, eventually those who run the blockchain will have to make money off of all those transactions in the end. I mean, it could if it was efficient enough, but
Yeah. I don't know.
Tough.
It's a tough one.
It's tough. Yeah, it's tough because you know, blockchain items, people want them to be worth something. That's the whole point, right? Is well, I'm done playing this, I can sell my items and hey, recover costs or maybe even make money if you invested well. And if coal is unlimited, or if it's limited, unlimited makes it worth less, limited makes it worth more, but then the economy staggers because there's only 1,000 coal. And how's anybody going to make anything with 1,000 coal? So yeah, very difficult balance there if everything was blockchain.
To be honest, it
Just
feels.
looking at coal.
I've been reading this book that's called The Invisible Hand of Virtual Worlds, which is all about economies in digital worlds. And there's this economic theory that pretty much says that there's no way it should never work. It's impossible. But we know that that's not the case because
Somehow it's working.
we've seen it happen and it's happening now. So there's this one chapter.
Why should it be impossible? I'm just curious
Um,
on that.
It should technically be impossible because of scarcity. Because in a digital world, you technically don't have a reason to not just create more. And that also applies to blockchain because
True. If you
Cliff
have a
could
shady-
Cliff could make more, this is Godslayer Godslayers number 16 through 30 and they're a new mint, but they're Godslayers. You know what I mean? They're technically not the same code on the blockchain, but for all intents and purposes,
they do the same thing.
they do the same thing.
Yeah.
So technically it shouldn't. But this chapter talks about what's it called? It's called let me pull it up. Damn it. Social order out of anarchy or something like that. And it pretty much details all of the reasons or all the ways in the past that us as humans have created. I guess by default, we just inherently create these systems. You got a blockchain?
No, that was insane. I hit this Obion with my bow, and he literally went flying off the map off the side.
I got another demon chasing me around like a peppermint pico or heels right now.
Oh my god, I'm clipping that shit. That was fucking
Oh,
hilarious.
Yeah, I've
The
seen.
Obion went flying.
I've had a couple of the,
Ragdoll.
Yeah, I've had a couple of the ragdolls happen. It's hilarious.
Delico, thank you clipped it. Nice. I hit the clip that too. One of them.
Tim, I'm gonna come to your questions really quick. I'm just gonna finish up this quick
Oh, that was
talk
Great. That dude went.
or this quick
I'll
idea.
have to check that out later. No, you definitely lost your train of
I
thought,
didn't
Striker.
teleport. Sorry. Yeah, my bad.
No. It pretty much. The chapter's pretty much about how human beings we create these structures of order without us even knowing that we're doing it. And the book kind of proposes that the reason why we do this is because we learned, in our infancy, we learned that working together actually increases survival.
Yep.
So
So co-op. That's what you're saying.
Right?
well,
We
actually,
need co-op.
it's more like how the hell did we
So-
figure out what these things are worth in gold?
So how do
Yeah,
the digital
exactly.
currencies work? They work because, well, like in World of Warcraft, people are paying a membership fee which supports the structure that creates the items. So the entity that creates the items doesn't want to sacrifice itself and ruin its economy by creating too many items when it's already thriving. And just like Cliff, he's making money off the power pendants and he's able to sustain himself and keep doing what he's doing. So he doesn't want to create 20 more God Slayers and 20 more of every transcendent item because it'll put a sour taste in the player population's mouth. So we all work together.
Sure, but also you can use that same logic and apply it in the opposite direction when you look at something like sports cards. So you had companies like Topps making baseball cards, you had Upper Deck, you had Fleer, you had all these companies in the 90s that were at the height of the industry. And they made the exact opposite decision. What they decided to do was to bank on the profitability that existed at the time and overproduce everything, and they killed the market. So it was this idea of like, it's this idea of it's greed, right? And where's that line? Where's that line that says that like you've now crossed it and this is too greedy versus this is just enough to be underneath sustainable enough, right? Like it's like there's a line and we don't know where it ever is.
Well, some game companies will probably cross the greed line if they haven't already, and some won't.
And some will by accident.
Especially in the blockchain space, it's all new and
Well,
trying to, everybody's literally inventing it as we go right now.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's gonna fail, someone's gonna succeed.
That's exactly it.
And hopefully we got
BRB guys, one sec.
sure.
Tim, my bad. Okay, I'm gonna get back to you real quick. So you were saying about the idea about minting different blockchain items, and like they would have different rarities across time. I kind of think that is what we have already. But I just think because we have some blockchain items that like were released when the player population was very low in 2019, and they're no longer able to be gotten, right? So like that kind of applies there. But with Efinity and with Polkadot, we might be able to see that in a more easy way to understand. Like it might be something visual. It could be something in the metadata that shows like these are the swords that players defeated the Halloween 2020 boss on, and now they're all marked that way for life in the metadata. But it could be 100 things, to be quite honest. You found the comments from the interview interesting. Yeah, I mean, you know, the thing that I took away out of that interview the most was just that I'm just really impressed by. Cliff describes himself as like a full stack developer. I really still don't know what that means, but apparently it means, you know, it means it's like a qualifier to try to verbalize how much work and expertise he has. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I hope I answered your question, brother. Sorry for the little wait there. Okay, I'm back.
Or alpha. Yeah, we're still pre-alpha, alpha, whatever you want to call it. It's early access. Everything is trial and error.
Absolutely.
Everything's trial and error. So he's learning. And matter of fact, this last event, Christmas, if you remember, was a new way that he was going to mint these items. It was going to be on demand.
Right.
Yep.
I think
Just
that
trying
was,
to guess.
I think that was a win.
That was definitely, I think, a win because now it's okay. Well, whoever gets a particular item, that's how many are going to be minted. So 300 of them were found, and cool, there's 300.
Yeah,
It's kind of a cool idea instead of just guessing like, well, I think 2,000 people are going to find this, and then, ooh, crap, there's 1,700 left over. What do I do now?
exactly.
So yeah,
It's nice that he could do that, but I don't know if he'll be able to do that once Efinity, and once we're back on a blockchain-based system.
I mean, I would imagine. I don't know exactly how Efinity is going to work differently from Engine in that aspect. I know.
But with Engine, he had to kind of mint everything all at once.
Yeah, and I don't know if he can do that on demand. Just go willy-nilly, mint 40 here, 40 there, 100 there, 10 there, 1 there.
Yeah,
I
I don't
thought
know.
that's what he said in one of the interviews. I thought I remember him saying something about that, where it could just be kind of you just going through an adventure, and here, boom, there's a blockchain item dropped, and it mints it right there, and then it's in your wallet, boom.
Is that how that's going to work with the Infinity if they release those details, Striker? Do you know?
I thought that's what Cliff was saying, but maybe Stryker knows more.
About what?
He's right into it more.
Well, like with Engine, Cliff had to kind of make a guess at how many items he thought he would need for the game, and then mint them ahead of time, or at least he would
Pre-mint,
have to
yeah.
pre-mint them. Yeah, he wouldn't have to put the money into them, but
Mhm.
so like he would say
Oh, yeah,
200
everything sold out
legendary
quick.
bows. Like that's why there's such a disparity on different amounts of certain items. But now with the last event for Christmas, he made it so it didn't really matter because it's all in game right now. So he based it off of, okay, on average, one person will get one of these items if they play this amount of time. Which me and
Yeah.
Dr. Lou were just saying seemed like a big win. It seemed like a really good way to do things. Is that
I think it's
how
smart.
Infinity will be able to handle things?
I think it's technically possible to do that with the tools of Efinity from the white paper. I mean, it's not technically described, but it does sound like that is possible. But also, there could be just another simple fix. I mean, he can just use the in-game engine to release the items that way, and when the day the event ends, just mint everything. That's equal to the numbers from
Sure.
the game.
Yeah.
If he couldn't use the system to do it himself. I mean,
it seems like it should be possible for him because in the end, we're all relying on him for numbers, anyways, on what gets released.
right.
So if it goes to an Infinity mint on demand, which I think is possible,
Yes, definitely.
it would just all be automated, and
Yeah.
Cliff really would never have to do
Use
anything.
items and recipes.
I would think the hard part of that would be not the minting. It would be how do you connect the game so that it mints on demand.
There's a lot of items that
Right.
Sure.
Yet.
I think that's going to be the harder question. The harder question.
Hopefully,
But
they have the
maybe.
I
good
assume.
SDKs and
Yeah, and I assume that's part of the whole platform of the EFI is to have that ability to mint things on demand, to mint things in bulk, much cheaper, much faster. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of promises, and we saw what happened with JumpNet. A lot of promises there, and it didn't quite go through.
That's true.
I thought JumpNet was pretty good though. I mean, it did. What didn't it do that it was claiming to do?
Quite a bit. I mean, Cliff had to make his own blockchain emporium just to escape the fees that JumpNet was supposedly
Well,
promising.
I think JumpNet was just delayed long enough that Cliff was already on the path of doing the emporium before JumpNet finally got released. Cliff was ahead of JumpNet, I think, was the issue because games like Space Misfits and Kingdom Carnage, they're using JumpNet with great success. But
well, yes.
they waited for it, so
Yes and no. It gets technical because I'd have to watch that video that Cliff talked about when he talked about the blockchain emporium, why he had to go ahead and just do it and get away from the Ethereum fees because the JumpNet system. Because if that was true, if JumpNet released with all its features, why is he still not minting anything on JumpNet?
because he doesn't want to jump back after he's put all this effort into the emporium, because it's kind of like
But at the time,
skipping
there was no really EFI date. So I mean, we could have at that time when he launched the Emporium, it could have been.
JumpNet wasn't out when he launched the Emporium. It was just a thought but he decided to do his own thing because JumpNet was taking so long and this and that.
I have to remember the timeline now.
So after he was successful and put all this effort into the Emporium, it doesn't make sense for him to go to JumpNet when he's kind of, it doesn't make sense to go to JumpNet and then go back to Infinity.
Right.
Well, that was the thing, is at the time there was no real launch date for Infinity. We had no idea what. So I mean, I don't think he was.
I think it was
I
just
don't
an
know.
idea.
Yeah, bro, Migo. Like
Like I said, I'd have to look
I
at the
agree with
video
you
and
there.
see
Like
exactly
I
what he
think
said about
that
it,
that rarity should be based on
I took
the
it
outstanding
as
supply, and I'm totally
he
cool
had
with
to break
items
JumpNet to get away from
being
the Ethereum fees.
upped in rarity or
Because JumpNet
decreased in
wasn't
rarity
gonna solve all his
as time
problems.
as time
It
goes
didn't
by.
launch with everything that he needed.
You
to
know, it
make
doesn't have to
work.
change the in-game utility.
And then,
But like, yeah,
what,
if there's
6
less
months
of
later,
something
he's
and
gonna
it's a
be
rare,
talking
I
about
think
the
it
polka
should
dot
be bumped up
parachain.
to a
So we didn't
legendary.
know anything about
But
the polka dot
I wonder if
parachain
Cliff
for a
has any
while.
other ideas on that one. Be a good question to ask.
So yeah, you're right. He
Right,
didn't. He
right.
definitely wasn't going to go make his own
Yeah.
blockchain emporium and then go, oh well, let's go back to JumpNet
Let's just
now.
go
that they've-"
straight to JumpNet, yeah.
But
Now they finally got their bugs worked out. And
Not
I
dairy.
thought
That's
for
because I'm
sure
serious about
JumpNet
getting
was
them
out.
them shadow stones,
He
baby.
starts working on it and realizes.
well, he needed.
You're
he
just
needed
trolling me
parts of
today.
it
I'm gonna be in
to
Forgotten
do
Chambers for these
Shadowstone.
entire bounty runs, if you can believe that. Like everything is here.
Yeah. See, it gets into. There's so many things that have been added over this last year. I can't remember the timeline.
Yeah.
I'd have to go back and research all that.
I mean, it all made sense at the time as we were going through it. It's like, oh yeah, he's making the most logical decision, and I agreed with every decision that was coming out as the
Yeah.
Emporium was coming out. I don't remember the exact timeline either, but
Yeah, for some reason I had in my head that JumpNet was promised. I remember him saying, coming up with that Discord announcement, and he said JumpNet's almost here. And I don't think he did the Emporium before JumpNet launched. I thought it was after, but I just don't remember.
yeah, maybe. I mean, you're probably right there because JumpNet had to be out in some form for him to do the Shadowstone market.
Definitely for the Shadowstones, yeah. And I think that was when he decided, when he was like, you know
it was
what?
right around the same time though. It was close.
Yeah. I think he's just like, you know what? I'm just gonna make my own blockchain Emporium and do
Right.
everything virtually now because, yeah, if I'm thinking about switching platforms, yeah, why am
I think it was an item
switch again.
restriction issue because if you look at games like Space Misfits and Kingdom Carnage, they were waiting before they minted their items for JumpNet to come out. But Cliff he was, bleeding edge. He had already had straight up engine items, and I think that he didn't want to split the network and have JumpNet items and engine items. And you're right, JumpNet had no good solution, and it sounds like Infinity's not going to have any straight up solution to bring Ethereum engine items into
Not yet.
Infinity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not betting on that.
So, but
Still all
Cliff's
a mess,
saying that
that's for sure.
there's enough benefits to getting it back into the blockchain, because I'm sure it's got to be a nightmare for him to have to ensure that everything in this game is safeguarded and encrypted and nothing's hackable,
For sure.
because a lot of people have items in this game that are blockchain items that aren't really on a blockchain right now. They're just in Cliff We Trust.
Yep.
That's
on the
a
virtual,
lot of stress.
Yeah, on the
Yep.
virtual side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's why you invest at your own risk. It's something this early in development.
I guess are we being a little too rough on that? I guess. I mean, I don't know. You tell me. But like, before blockchain, wasn't that something that every developer had to deal with? Like,
Well, yeah.
so like, it should be like, what's the word?
I
Co-
think just the fact that
Common.
real money's involved, I think, is what he was mentioning.
But
'Cause you didn't
I mean,
really
I
have
guess
real money.
technically real
Now
money is
common
involved in
money
every
is-
game, right?
Because if
Well-
not so much. If I bought something on Nginx and then I transferred into the game, let's say I bought a founder's token, I transferred
point.
into the game, and
Good
then,
point.
I mean, I basically put that money into the game, so there's a little bit different stipulation there, I guess, or a
Yes.
Yeah.
different way of looking at things.
Yeah,
You're
it is
right.
similar.
But the question that I originally asked Dr. Loot Striker, I don't know if you heard it or not, but was how do you feel the last
Okay,
couple
watch that.
store events went for Halloween and Christmas? I think we pretty much came to the same conclusion that Cliff's still trying to figure things out and understand, what the supply and demand is on a lot of these items. But before Halloween of last year, so Easter of 2021, everything up until that point, didn't the store sell out within like less than an hour?
Oh
every
yeah,
time
easy.
Cliff put things out.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And then now we still have skins and items that aren't selling out.
I tend to put less weight on the idea of selling out. I don't really. I think that's more of a mental roadblock than it is like an actual description of performance. But that doesn't. That mean a lot of people feel that way. You know, I'm the oddball out on that one.
That's dope.
I would guess here that he.
It's a good clip.
I mean, it's hard. Like, I made the same. If you call that a mistake, I made the same mistake too. Because what I did is after the JumpNet release, after a month after the Blockchain Emporium, but still like 2 months away from the Halloween event, like I was like, okay, now's the time to go buy up the floor and go get some stuff to be ready for appreciation of items in Halloween. And that didn't happen. And there could be a lot of different reasons why. I mean, engine went up in dollars. So that means that people were able to sell it for less engine, but still get paid more.
Right.
And
There
also,
was- it
you know,
wasn't just one reason that things
Yeah.
happen the way they happen. There was
but probably the main case is that there was a smaller player base than what was anticipated across the board. You know, and it just is what it is.
I think that's fair to say.
You know, the question just is about. The question really is, even though the player base didn't show up in those numbers to Halloween, how many of them are still holding on to their items, and how many are completely out? And that is the part that is difficult to calculate, especially when items got moved in game.
On the outside of the game, yeah, it's impossible to know.
So
But yeah, I think you saw exactly how the development team was tackling that issue with Christmas. They came up with a different way of releasing the items based on supply demand, and it was minted based on how many people found the actual item instead of a guess and a pre-minted number. And if you look, like Unholy Harvester still doesn't show any number on it. So there's certain items that he's been testing, just mint on demand, basically. You know, he's not minting yet, of course. It's still virtual, but eventually that
Once
system.
Infinity comes out, yeah.
Yeah, I think that system
They'll
is
mint
going to
them.
prevail because it makes sense. Why mint thousands of an item and then only 300 people want it?
No, absolutely.
Maybe it was a crap item. Maybe it was a shit effect. Looked ugly. There's
No,
so many
just-
variables that people, you know.
Well, just like any
use
other
to buy things.
MMORPG game, any developers had to just come up with a chance to drop,
Right.
and that's all that Cliff should have to deal with, not all these extra effects of how many players am I going to have, how many items do I need to mint. It should be as simple as this is how rare the item is, and this is
Right.
how often it should drop, and that's all he should have to deal with.
But you have to
What-
remember that, I mean, rarity is all dependent on the, like, if rarity is just a slice of the pie, the question is how big is the pie, right? Because if I have 3 slices of a little pie, or 1 slice of a huge pie, you know, there's a difference in rarity there, right?
Right.
And you can't predict that. Like,
Acting cold.
I mean, my thing. This is how I look at it. Okay, after the Easter debacle when the game shut down. Okay, that was
Debacle.
the Easter debacle where the game
Right.
crashed. Right
That's my starting-
after
that-
we
that was
break the
my
game.
starting point.
Okay, after we broke the game, that was like the high point in terms of the player base. Okay, that was where the
That's
most
when I
people were
started.
coming in. Exactly.
And start buying stuff.
Since that time, we've gone down significantly in player base, but I value the clearing of hurdles more than I value the records of achievement. Like, it's more impressive to me that the game with a reduced player base is still having an ongoing blockchain economy, even though it's not as perfect as we would like it. But like Dr. Loot was saying earlier, like if you actually go and look and calculate the shadow stones, I wouldn't be surprised if the amount of shadow stones that are circulating over the past couple months is a little bit less than the peak that we hit on Engine X. If you like, that doesn't make sense if you look at it from a player standpoint, but if you look at it from an actual shadow stone standpoint, I think those numbers would play out, and that's what is so impressive to me. Because I've always been the type that have believed that you don't need a huge player base for a successful economy.
That's right.
Obviously, it makes it easier, but it doesn't need to it doesn't have to go down that way. Or else, if you can go look at the smallest countries in the world, and if it was based on population, those countries shouldn't be making it or earning what they're earning. But that's not the way it works. Of course, the larger the amount of people, the easier it is, but that doesn't equal success in its entirety. So my thing is, if we're at the low point of players, and this low point is a strong foundation of a new generation of players that have made new friendships, that are willing to continue forward and see what happens next. My question isn't what happens to that player base. My question is what happens when new players meet that old foundation and now have a more stable economy to build off of. That's what I'm looking at and trying to figure out. Like,
So basically, what you're impressed about is that even though the player base dwindled, those who maintained still basically maintain the same amount of economic
activity.
By activity, yeah. And it's a strong support base, even though we haven't had a big update in the last 6 months, basically. But it's still very maintainable.
It feels like...
And Cliff even said that. He said, it's working. Like, why would I change certain aspects of this? Everything seems to be working right now.
Yeah.
That's
Bless you.
I think that's it. Like, I think the way to describe the player base to right now, for me, would be a strong foundation. It might not be a very large foundation, but it's a solid foundation, which is exactly what you need to build.
I think Dr. Loot threw out some numbers. 2,000 per week. Is that what active players you threw out there?
1,000 per week.
That was about the it was 2,000 players a day.
Oh, a day.
Unique players.
Unique
not
login.
concurrent.
Yep.
Right.
But yeah, around 2,000. That was the last I heard.
We
It's probably
heard
a couple.
which one.
That's probably a couple months old data now, but yeah, a lot of people. You always want to know what player bases are. A lot of people put a lot of weight on that, but what is player base? Do you want to know it by active player base? How many people have subscribed? How many people are not playing anymore? There's so many metrics there that
For
we
me,
just don't know.
I would only want 2 metrics. Well, that's not true. I would want all the metrics. But if I could, but if I had to
all the metrics.
if I had to live or die, and I had to base my decisions off of numbers, the 2 things I would want to know: amount of active wallets, and or in this case we don't have wallets, but like active people. How many times does someone make a
Shadowstone accounts?
Yes, make a Shadowstone transaction. And how many times a week or how many times a month? It doesn't matter. Give me whatever number you want. And then for the second number, give me the volume. What is the volume of Shadowstones transacted for that week or for that month? And with those 2 numbers, you can calculate Metcalfe's law, which is how to determine the value of a network.
Sure.
That is used for like Bitcoin or Ethereum or blah blah blah. I just give me that, and then that's enough for now. You know.
Right.
But
And that's
yeah.
definitely good. That would
Well,
definitely
I'm
be
adding
great
to it.
info.
Yeah.
It's just so tough to apply that to a early access
Oh yeah, that's
and
why
you
it's.
know
Mhm.
what do you call it, a state of the art, if you will, or up and coming blockchain endeavor that is just nobody knows it. There's so many people I've seen in the chat just say, I'm going to come back later when there's more features. That's fair. So those people are still maybe going to play. How do you measure that? It's so difficult. Like, they're coming back, but when?
Yeah, I think the last
Um,
estimates also put total blockchain gamers at close to 1 million.
Wow.
So what
This
happens when
price
that
was
number
set
goes to
down
3 million?
Crap. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
When
I'm in
When?
when overload.
you're in when mode, yeah.
When
I love it.
mode.
It's funny, like when he said something in Discord about you're sending invites soon. I did WEN.
Yeah, when?
We're definitely in when mode, just like before the Halloween update. Man, everybody, the amount of Discord wins was amazing. It was enjoyable. I hope Cliff takes it the right way and doesn't take it as a negative. Like, we're all just
Yeah.
excited. We all just get excited, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually if it's in the chat, it's no big deal. It's when people like submit support tickets and say when update. Like, really?
That's BS.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I haven't done that.
That sucks.
Really? Really, bro?
Yeah, that would be annoying.
But yeah, it's like, I think you said it best. Cliff already said it. The economy's working right now. So that's good. That should give everybody confidence.
It's a good
Doesn't
sign.
matter. Yeah, doesn't. Apparently, there's enough. Whether it be whales or just enough $1 guys, that's keeping the economy going. Everybody's loving the game.
Enough
Got some-
me's just
got
trying to
one.
buy one of every outfit and one of every pet. Like, gotta have them all.
Yeah, and what's cool about the Mint on Demand is think about if you guys think it's the low point of active players, well then we're looking at low mint numbers here right
Yeah.
now.
Exactly.
So if you're wanting to be an investor
Mm-hmm.
and speculate,
Christmas.
Christmas,
That's why I'm-
Halloween might
Why
have
I'm
been
saying
a
those
good
peppermint
good time
picots,
frame.
man. There's not
Yeah.
a lot of them out there, actually.
So
Oh, yeah.
lots of things to think about with that kind of stuff.
Exactly it. That's exactly it.
Gotta get rid of my beer.
I don't know, man. I'm just fascinated with this idea of video game economies, and I don't want to miss it. I don't know what's gonna happen, but
Right.
I want to see it happen in front of my
It feels
eyes.
like something's gonna blow up, and we just don't know how yet.
Yeah, good things.
It's funny because people have been trying to sell their accounts for eons. WoW accounts and Diablo accounts. So it's something that's been brewing
Well, Striker, did
Bro,
over a decade.
Did I read this article that blew my mind? Okay, it's from a video game economist. There's not very many of them, but he wrote a paper in 2016 titled. Let me pull
The
it up.
underground account selling market.
He called it "Players for Hire: Games and the Future of Low Skilled Work,"
Oh, there you go.
and he literally predicted Axie and Play to Earn.
Yeah.
To a point where I looked the date he published it and I'm like holy shit, let me download everything this guy's ever written. It's crazy. It just was eye
Nostradamus
opening.
is real.
Yeah, exactly.
when was this published, Striker?
2016.
Wow,
So
that's seeing
3
into the
years before
future right
Axie was
there.
invented, right? Or before Axie went. Axie I think was 19, or
That's
18?
impressive.
and it's just like,
Well, Ready Player One's a big movie now, but I just finally read the book and I'm reading Ready Player Two. It's
Nice.
it's entertaining. I mean, it's made to be an entertaining
mm-hmm.
book, but it's not all wrong either. There's a lot of good thoughts there.
That's exactly.
I mean, I've said this a few times in chat when people kind of make fun of Axie people coming in and, hey, how much can I make in this game? And it's like, hey, this is just a
Oh
video
my
game.
goodness. I
I
get
know
that
people.
so much in the chat.
Yeah, it's like I know people really maybe get frustrated with that
How
question, but
much per hour?
my
How much
thought
can I
has
make
always
for a game?
been these people are asking this because this is probably either going to be their primary income
Mm-hmm.
because of wherever they live in the world is they're noticing and seeing, wow, I can make more money in 8 hours playing this game than I can at my crap job.
And it's
Mm-hmm.
a lot better, a lot more enjoyable.
Yeah, and I can sit in my own home and relax and not be amongst people. So
That's
it's gonna
exactly it.
it's just opened the door to the whole world making more money. So it's and or they could just do it to supplement their income. You know, even if they still keep their job. So
Yeah, for
yeah,
me,
it's
I think
a great incentive.
yeah, it is literally the labor market. It's the
Yeah.
creation of the labor market in video games. And in the beginning I didn't like it, to be quite honest. But the more I've been thinking about it and reading it, the more I'm like, no, this is a thing that's going to exist. Like, it's not going to go away.
It's not going away.
So it's just a question about like how can you make it better, not how can you get
Yeah.
rid of it. You know?
And
Like
people are
as
saying,
Chris
well,
and I were talking before, and embrace the suck.
that's pretty much it. I mean, I at first I thought like, oh, all these crap games that are just in it for the money, they're going away, and I was wrong because I didn't think about the people that would actually make a living,
Yeah.
a better living than they are. You know, a lot of people in the first world countries are gonna go. You're worried about your $10 a day on Axie, or you know, I don't know what numbers you can make off that, but that might be double what they make now.
Yeah, certain people are gonna be big pimp daddies over there playing 12
Yeah.
hours a day or whatever.
And it's a shit game, but they're making money. Who cares? So I think those kind of games are here to stay. Lost Relics type games where it's a game first and money later. Those are going to be here to
Those are the
stay.
ones that are there to stay. The games
Exactly.
that actually pay out too much right now.
Yeah, I am using a rusty
For
sword,
very
bro.
little.
I just
don't
put
think
I
those
just
ones are
equipped it because I was gonna use the
Yeah,
bow
so
mostly.
They're in for a
But
quick,
yeah, you're
quick
completely
cash
right.
grab, and yeah, they're going to
Let me
collapse.
see.
But
You're having a hard
if
time
they're
run
smart,
with a consistent bad
LR
timing.
doesn't
timing.
have its own token. The whole token
I'm level
economics,
99
that
and no
gets into a
mythicals.
whole nother mess
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
we haven't seen here.
you know, some of it's RNG,
Yeah,
some of it's timing.
these companies, if they're smart, and
It's
they want
tough,
to survive
bro.
and
It's
let
tough,
stay
but
around for a while. They're going to
there's
have to
obviously
adapt to the
something
people
about Lost Relics
that
that's
want
kept
to
you
just
around,
make
right?
money. Whether it's a crap game or not.
But
I've
who
had
knows? This
people
next
just say,
patch
how
could
do I make money
could
in
change
Lost Relics
everything.
by just clicking? Like, sorry, sorry, this is not a clicker game.
Yeah.
Just click.
So, and it just shows you how much Axie has influenced um, this the blockchain world.
So Dr. Loot, when Cliff I hate to put you. I mean, I don't hate to do it. I like to ask these questions because I'm actually honestly curious. But so there was a transition here, and Striker, I think you were working hard and you weren't even playing the game at the time. When there was like, it was when was it? It was shortly after Halloween when I think 3 Transcendents dropped. 2 of them dropped, and then the players
Yep.
immediately changed names.
Oh yeah.
And
I'm streaming
everybody in
right
the
now.
entire community, we were doing our Discord thing, we were chatting just like we are now, and we were saying it's got to be bots, and we're all theorizing what's going on. And not only do we think it was bots, we think somebody actually hacked the algorithm that comes up in the top of the screen for level generation, because it was just too coincidental that immediately, like within seconds of them showing up on Overseer, their name was changed and you couldn't see their past activity. And then somebody seen past activity for another player, and they had died like 40 out of 41 times or something. So it's like they were joining a level, looking at the seed phrase, and then closing the level because it wasn't a good drop or something like that. So they were hacking the system somehow. And there was never anything released, which kind of bummed me out. I thought that, but I understand why maybe it wasn't released. If there was actually a flaw in the system that got exploited, maybe that's not good for the whole community. But
Sure.
at at that point in Lost Relics, when I was playing the game, that's when I had the least faith in the game. I have much more faith in the game now. Cliff obviously patched whatever was going on there. But yeah, I don't know if you have anything
Well,
that you were thinking about at that time. I know a lot of players probably left around that time though.
well,
I know quite a few who did.
yeah, all I can tell you is if you do look at if you search Discord for Cliff's name Argus, you'll see he did make a few public statements. It wasn't in like the game announcement channel that he normally does, but he did address it.
Okay.
There, I believe, after the second Transcendent drop with the same player, people were crying foul. Lots of
Right.
support tickets were made. What's
Within
going
like
on
a
here?
week.
He's hacked the game. Yeah, he addressed it. He looked into that account. He said, I don't normally do this because, my algorithm has been fine for 3 years. Why, why all of a sudden now? But I went ahead and looked at it for you guys anyway. I found nothing suspicious. So that was that particular, and I don't think he's addressed it since publicly. And he said, if I do, I believe if you look, if I remember right, his statement was, if I do see something else later, and I'll keep an eye on it, if obviously if a third transcendent, fourth transcendent from the same guy keeps dropping, we got an issue.
Yeah, but why was that person immediately within seconds of getting the transcendent changing their name so that the regular population couldn't see their transaction history? That's what made it sketchy to
So,
me. I
so
wouldn't
what?
care if it was somebody like Dr. Luke gets 2 transcendents within a week. Or
Yeah,
anybody who plays
you would.
this game, you see their name on Overseer. This person was different.
Yeah, you'd have to ask the person to know for sure, but the speculation of why that is done is because the um, recent adventures that's on the website that anybody can go look at for a particular player. I think it's 20 deep or 25 deep. And if you're somebody that thinks you've got the perfect loadout to be maybe taking Mount Oketh on
Oh, I don't believe that.
in 6 minutes, eight
It's not a
minutes, nine.
loadout thing. Come on, Striker's got every item under the game. It's not a loadout secret thing.
Well, that's speculation though, right? Is that why why would you want to clear out your adventure history? Because it's only for us to see. Cliff sees it all. That's just a public persona. That's a public recent adventure run. Why would he want to clear out the public adventure run? Well, he doesn't want to see, doesn't want you to see what he's got in his loadout, what adventures he's running, how fast he's running them. So that's the only thing that we can come up with is why he did that. And maybe it's just to create drama as well. Maybe he thought, if I do this, people are gonna go lose their shit, and people did. So maybe it worked.
What about that one day when 2 transcendents in a row dropped? Like, what are the odds of that? Like, something. This just seems really.
Damn, where the hell was I, man? I'm just kidding.
You took
It
a
was
break
like-
at
it
the
was
wrong
like
time.
I took a break at the wrong time, bro.
No, there was a lot of
Overseer, it was
weird
2 in a
stuff
row.
happening there for a while that I didn't
Yeah.
feel.
I didn't see exactly what those 2 transcendents were. Was one from like opening a chest, one was for an adventure.
Both of them
No,
were
they were
for
both adventures.
Both
Yeah.
adventures, okay.
But from the Overseer, it was 2 in a row.
Because what a lot of people don't realize too is people save bounty
Sure,
chests.
sure.
They save the nests, and then they
it
just do
wasn't
like a
that.
stream and open 40 at a time, and yeah, all of a sudden it looks like they got a shitload of stuff. Hey, they broke the game.
Mod
like,
back transfer. Remember that day? Yeah. That was
Correct me if I'm wrong
insane.
though. I don't think a transcendent weapon or item has dropped from a chest of any sort, any kind of an openable.
No, it has.
And it.
Long time.
It's
But
been a
When was
while, but-
when was last time, Striker?
The last one was when who was it? They hit the Void Ripper. Man, I don't remember the name. It's on YouTube. You can find it. It was like
How long ago? I mean, we're talking like
Oh.
a year, right? Since I joined the game, I think. I don't
Yeah,
think
shit
transcendents
has
have been
dropped
dropping from chests.
boxes.
Only from mobs or
Sweetheart,
maybe
thank you so
adventures.
much.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
when you look at odds, you know, odds do weird things. You know, RNG makes things look so weird sometimes, and you're like, well, clearly they're not dropping out of any openables anymore. Well,
WeGraph says March 14th last year was the only time a trans from a chest dropped.
March 14th last year. So
Okay.
that's a
Wow.
long time. I mean, yeah, RNG does do weird things,
Who's
but a
got the
whole
info?
year?
I mean, you know, are
College.
we ever gonna get any kind of comfort? All you can do is speculate and be like, you know, did Cliff
Right.
remove them from every chest? We don't know.
I mean,
I-
there still
I
might be a
doubt it.
percentage chance.
8
That's why people
months.
open the golds and value them the way they do, is because we don't know if there's a chance.
Yeah, and I doubt he would
15 days.
just
March.
remove that function, because then I would think I had the outcry if it ever came out that, yep, sorry, I I removed transcendence from a bunch of stuff that you couldn't get for a long time.
I
Like,
don't know.
But yeah,
A year's a long time. That's a lot of bounty chests that have been opened.
I mean,
Right?
I think I've
That's
have to have opened at least 100 bounty chests. I think I've gotten one
Think-
resource
Think of the amount
blockchain.
of players. Yeah, like
out of all the chests I've ever opened, I've only gotten one BC, and it was the Lance Livingstone skin.
yeah.
There you go.
It's
I haven't gotten
only
any
BC
BCs.
out of anything.
I got a miner's hat.
Yeah.
Let me take that. I get a lot of the goggles.
Yeah, you do get a lot of goggles.
And then what's the
Hood,
other,
it was
the
Hood.
other person? The other person everybody was screaming about, is it Loke recently, where he's got like 2 or 3 mythicals?
But that doesn't bother me as bad as what was happening with that other
He's
person.
a grinder.
Yeah, it's like the only
Loke
thing
grinds.
it's yeah, it's like the only thing it seems that really caused people heartache with the transcendence was that he changed his name. Like what? I don't understand.
And it
Like,
all happened so quick too.
like, do you
It's-
think
but-
Cliff was not able to track him anymore because he changed his name? He has
But
all
then
that
there
tracked.
was somebody who, yeah, but somebody
There's-
took the screenshot where he died. He was purposefully dying, like
to
that.
hide his runs.
No,
Why,
not to
though?
hide. He was dying because he was joining the level and dying within the first minute because that run was not going to drop him a transcendent.
Well, how do we know that?
We don't. There's no proof
That's
of
a
any
spec.
of this.
Yeah, that's a speculation. That's just.
But
there's no way to.
all the speculation came about like around the same time, and then it was
But also,
weird.
but you could also say the same thing, that he joined the level, died just so he could die and clear his history as well.
Well, another thing.
Why
that
would he
people
run
were
through the
saying,
whole zone and then die?
Another thing people were saying is if you died more, that increased your RNG towards getting a better item. That was
And-
another speculation.
And that would just be complete pure speculation. We have zero idea of.
Well, it
If
all
that's
is.
true or
It's
not.
all speculation. Yeah.
So you can come up with any kind of hypothetical or theory.
But what kind of
Yeah.
weird stuff for people? Like I'm level 97.
Come up now, he
We've been
plays with
playing up
somebody.
there, top 30 players. We haven't hidden transcendence, and then somebody does crazy. I mean, RNG does do weird things. But
Yep, RNG. does
Well,
weird things.
let's get away from the speculation point of
I
it.
don't
Let's
have
just
RNG.
let's just say it
what
is.
kind of weird shit.
Uh,
Freaking weird stuff.
let's just assume that it actually
Transcendent.
happens. Okay, and
Did somebody
wh- wh-
hack the code in the
yeah,
top
let's-
right dungeon corner?
let's just assume that happens, or that it happens in the future. What would you want Cliff to do?
I'd like transparency, I guess. I would like him to say, yes, this happened, and yes, there's 2 less transcendence, and the issue's been resolved.
Okay, and if that's not possible, what should he do then?
Why is transparency never possible?
No, not the transparency part. The part of being able to explain why it happened. Like, so what if because like right now we're making the assumption that that Cliff looks into it, he can find something, and then you would say, okay, hey, disclose it to the community, right? But what if Cliff looks into it, but he can't find anything? What would you want him to do then? So, like, in other words, both.
Just release a statement.
Well, like, Dr. Luke just said that he, I guess, apparently came out saying that he didn't find anything suspicious on
He did make
the
a
last
statement
step,
once
so
already.
if he doesn't find anything, so then yeah, let us know. But
And
Yeah,
he did say
and
that.
everything's been fine since. It hasn't been real sketchy since. So,
but yeah, that was
so I
a
guess
really
I believe it.
sketchy,
But it was a
sketchy
sketchy time. There was a lot of people who left during that
Mhm.
time saying that this game's, complete BS and it's rigged. Not rigged, like, but
Mhm.
Oh,
like
that one guy that would flip
we
out
have
all
no
the time.
chance. Yeah, Grit.
Goddamn bots.
Yeah, he was a
Oh
character.
god, he was hilarious.
He got himself worked up pretty hard a couple times.
A lot of people don't realize as well is that that number that's in this on your screen is not a seed number. It's
Sure,
not.
sure.
It's not a number that associates with what kind of loot is going to drop. That is a reference number to back to the adventure that you just played. And that would be for, bug testing purposes. So if someone said, "Hey, this random generated dungeon number 42CF2, I could not get past this wall, or there's an invisible wall here, or blah blah blah. Something really weird happened." He can go back and load that exact level with that number and go back through it and say, "Oh, yep, found the problem,
Watch
fix the
a
bug."
replay of it, something.
Level 46 woodcutting.
Yeah, that
Boom.
makes sense.
Let's do
If
it.
you can
So
like
it's
watch a replay of that or something like that.
no, it wouldn't be a
But
replay.
there's plenty of other pieces of code that somebody could figure out how to hack to see what would drop, possibly, if they load a dungeon.
Sure, and that would all be under, Cliff's anti-hacking and security measures that are in place. So if someone found a way to hack the game and bypass all of the security features, that would be pretty impressive.
I'll be
Uh,
right back, guys. I have to cut the door.
Sure. It'd be impressive, not saying it's not possible, but very highly unlikely.
Yeah.
Because to be able to figure out what items would be dropping on a particular role dungeon or adventure that you just joined, you would have to be tapping into the memory of the game and the buffer, all kinds of technical stuff that is already being monitored. So it'd be a phenomenal hack. Like I said, nothing's ever impossible.
No, it's
But yeah,
definitely not impossible.
but when he came out and said he's double checked, he triple checked, everything looks kosher. I mean, and he's been keeping an eye on that particular account for about a week or two, I think he said, just to kind of see what was going on. Never saw anything suspicious, never raised any red flags. And I think, in my opinion, he changed his name just to clear his adventure list out, so you can't see what he was running, can't see what he was loading,
I'm back.
and just to cause problems, just get people to speculate. And
Well, I
Oh, I
hate to bring it up. I was just curious because
Sure.
everything seems kosher now, So
it's just sad that people left without asking and just assuming, and that's the nature of people sometimes, and they just assume that the worst has happened and nothing's going to get fixed and this is crap. And
well, over
Like, man.
communicating's always better than under communicating, and at that time, I honestly felt like there was a little bit of under communication going on. So
Sure, and if you missed what he said, then I could see that, because it wasn't put in the normal game announcement.
right.
But it was in it was put in the I think the general chat, or maybe the report bugs channel, or he was trying to answer people's questions about it.
Interesting. Yeah. I see that.
But I don't understand from a player perspective if that person was an actual player trying to be part of the community and doing good and playing the game. He never would have. He would have wanted to like tell people, yeah, I finally got an item and get the congratulations and be
Well,
part of the overall community. So it just seemed like a negative aspect of the game.
some people, prefer to be anonymous, and of course, that's part of the whole blockchain
Yeah.
Ethos.
appeal,
I mean,
isn't it? It's part of the blockchain appeals that you're anonymous, and I can do whatever I want. Nobody knows who I am. But it,
True point.
Yeah. I
it
mean, not to be
definitely-
for a personal anecdote, like before I streamed, I debated for about 2 months about whether or not I was gonna just want to remain anonymous.
Right.
I ultimately went against it, but yeah, I mean, I did. Like, there was times where I'm like, I'm ready to stream, and I was like, man, maybe I shouldn't push this button.
Yeah, like, do I want to
Maybe
reveal
I shouldn't
myself to
show
the
my
world?
face.
Yeah, do I really want to do? You know, for me, you know, it's one of
And
those
people
things.
people put a negative aspect on anonymous just from the get-go before you've even done anything. As soon as you hear anonymous, you think, oh, what are they hiding?
True. True.
So it already comes with a negative connotation attached to it.
No, but that's what blockchain provides, and that's the benefit
Yep.
of it. So
And you know, some people, I really highly believe that he thought he found some perfect way to get through that zone really quickly with his gear loadout and thought, oh, I found the hack, I found the cheat. This is easy. And and he thought I better hide all that so no one copies me because I want to get all the blockchain items. If everybody copies me, they're gonna get them.
I mean, to be fair, I also had that same those thoughts in depth when I'm like, maybe I'm not going to stream this run because I know I figured something out that people aren't talking about.
Right.
But
I wanna be the
I
sole
opted for the
winner here.
opposite. I opt for the opposite because I
Yeah.
didn't think that was going to be a successful economy. But
That loot off
but
screen.
that's other people can look at it and do the exact same opposite thing, you know?
Yeah, because remember what happened with the Christmas event with the
Yeah, with all like all the
with the Glacius boss.
Mm.
People were killing it so quickly, it triggered the anti-hacking mechanism with Lost Relics, and people were
Yeah,
losing their
Kill it in like 50 seconds.
yeah, people killing it in like less than 50 seconds, and so clearly it was triggering something, and people were losing like their verification marks.
Oh, is that
Eh.
what was happening?
Yeah,
Oh.
and people were like, "Hey, why am I losing my verification mark?" And you know, and it was part of the
I lost mine too for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you were
'Cause I was using Feeble Bloodstone to kill all the minions around Glaceon, yeah.
yeah, so there's protections in place, you know,
Cole
for
came out,
that.
you can kill them really fast.
I thought that particular issue would have actually gave people a little bit more confidence that there is protections in place, you know, for
Dude, that
people
is
trying
really
to
nice.
hack and bots trying to get in there and do something in 10 seconds. And but it kind of seemed to went under the radar again. And of course, he's not going to announce it like, "Hey, everybody,
So, yeah, I think
I
that's-
figured out the Glacius can be killed in 10 seconds. Oops.
Oops, I should have set that a little higher.
These two combos here, well, I didn't test that out quite all the way.
Well, where there's a will, there's a way. There's a lot. That's Cliff's already announced that like he can't test the game
Right.
by himself or
Right.
with any small group of people in the way that it's going to get tested by us players.
That's
Uh,
true.
we-
That's
we
100%
joked-
true.
We joked about that too. Like, does Cliff even play the game?
Yeah. Well, he doesn't have time to play the game.
I know,
When-
right? Like,
When play, when stream.
It's
Just
crazy.
like how many times did he have to reset the Halloween
Oh
event?
yeah, the,
Like,
that
oh, it's a
was-
reset again.
I
Somebody
didn't
found
even
another
play that.
issue.
I was so deterred to play it because of that. So many
Yeah.
bugs in it. It reset
Yep.
it
So many
times.
resets, yeah.
And you
I
know, that was
didn't even
another.
get into it.
I thought that was another one that people would say, "Hey, look at, he's got protections in place again. He's, you know, people aren't just gonna get free shit. He's resetting the leaderboard because something was wrong, so that should give people confidence." But then, kind of the opposite started happening. People are like, "Well, if it's that bugged, I'm not gonna do anything. Screw it."
Yeah, it seemed like it was a lot. I don't know. Like,
So,
how many
but
times I actually
No,
did
it
get
did.
that?
It gave me confidence when he kept resetting. It's like, no, this is good.
yeah, because he could have just said, "Yeah, screw it. It's in testing mode, and you guys can deal with it." But
Yeah.
he decided, "Hey, let's reset
One of
it.
the
Let's do it
one
fair."
of the comments he made. This was a long time ago. This is, I think, back when NFT Gaming was streaming and he was doing the interview with them.
Oh, the good old
he made-
days.
Yeah, he made a comment, and it probably went unnoticed that he needed to. It was something about being able to protect the value of the items that are in game, and I was like, yes, I'm glad that you see that you should protect the value of the items in game. Like that means a lot. Like he knows their rarity, so
Right.
Yeah.
He knows he's got a responsibility, obviously, to not just like uh, Striker said earlier.
get extremely
can't
greedy with it right away.
Don't just
like he
don't just
wants
start minting 15 more God Slayers because you want some more money.
it. Right.
It's just going to destroy
Exactly.
the economy. So he knows that. He knows he's got to protect that.
Well, boys, that's
And
going to have to be it for me.
Yeah, I think
You're
I'm
gonna-
going to jump off here with you.
It was a
Alright.
good one,
Yeah,
though.
it's gonna be-
It was a really good
So,
talk. I'm not going
yeah.
to lie. There was some really good hot topics in there. I enjoyed it.
I'll think of a couple more next time, Striker.
Hell yeah,
Hey,
that's what I'm
thanks
talking
so much,
about.
Dr. Lee, Striker. Enjoy
Yeah.
your weekend. Much
For
love.
sure.
Will
Yep,
do.
happy
I'll catch you
Friday.
guys a little later.
Good chatting with you guys.
Peace out.
We'll see you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, so to those of you that have stuck with me the entire time, I hope you enjoyed it. To be honest, like I would say the second half of the overall stream was like we went in. I mean, man, we had some really good conversations. I'm gonna have to go back and look at it or listen to it, and maybe might be able to clip some of that out for to make it easier for people to listen to them if they want to in the future. But I had a great time. I hope you all did too. Hey guys, do me a big favor, please. If you got a second, clear yourself a little spot in the dungeon. For those of you that are on Twitch, if you could do me a big favor and head over to the YouTube channel real fast, just to hit that sub button. I want right now the goal while tax season is ending is to get that thing up to 1,000 subscribers. So then we can move forward with the next plans that I got and start talking about those things once we get past April 15th or past, I would say past the Easter event, because if we get an Easter event, that's probably going to take up all the time, if you know what I mean. But hey, I so much enjoyed it. We had a really good talk. All of y'all that were there, that were subbing for the hype train, you guys are the best. Honestly, like this community is, and I said it earlier, like we have a strong foundation. Really doesn't matter the size of how many that we have. 2,000 players, logging in a day is a good number compared to what I was assuming the player base was at. So, the future is bright. I think we have a lot of changes coming up. There's going to be a lot more bugs, more issues are going to come up. That's the nature of it. But this is just the way I look at it. Like, Cliff, whenever those things come up, Cliff continues to work through them and continues to move on to the next problem and the next problem, the next problem. And that's all I can really ask for, at least at this point. So that's going to be it for me right now, guys. Striker is signing off.